Ape Father, can you kill Michael Myers?
You can't kill Michael Myers! It's impossible!
This is what happens when you work to change things.
You're being a little bitch! What do you fucking want from me? Get off my dick!
You know, if you don't understand the situation, it's better sometimes not to speak and just be proven a complete imbecile in the matter.
Okay, so... Well...
Fuck you. I think you a bitch.
Yeah, well, the feeling's mutual. Yeah, I got lost in time, and you know.
What you're saying? Or are you saying it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Huh? What? What? Anyway.
First they think you're crazy, then they fight you.
We're here for a little bit. We're here for a good time.
Case.
Not a long time.
And then all of a sudden you change the world.
So what do we got? Well, would you look at that? What do we have? No, seriously, what do we have? Oh, flat, totally flat, except the Russell 2000 is already up 0.25%. Oh, this is going to be such a great fucking week. I can tell. Oh, I can tell. Yay. Because, you know, what we deserve is another fucking rally. Tech stocks going up 40% or more is not enough. Not enough. But don't worry, because over at AMC land, what you have right now is systemic. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Systematic risk. We have systematic risk. Not quite sure how that would play out. Well, only one way to find out, right?
This week, January CPI inflation data on Tuesday, U.S. retail sales data on Thursday, as well as Philly Fed manufacturing data. Coming into Friday, we have January PPI inflation data and a total of 8 Fed member speaker events this week. The 8 Fed speakers are the 3 on Monday, including Bowman, Barkin, and Kashkari, and then Wednesday we have Goolsbee. Thursday, Waller and Bostic. Friday, Barr and Daly. Now, Super Bowl betting just hit a record $23.1 billion, and DraftKings reports earnings this week, so it could be
what betting? I don't. What did he say?
That with a grain of salt, but it's something to watch coming into the week.
Cereal bowl betting? I don't know. I don't know what that.
Just sold 12 million.
What is this bowl he's talking? I don't know what that means.
$2 billion, which is his first sale in Amazon stock since 2021. If you hold Amazon, take that with what you will. And finally, Nvidia is worth as much as the entire Chinese stock market. Speaking of Nvidia being worth the entire Chinese stock market, hedge funds continue to overcrowd trades, which is something that we touched on towards the end of 2023, coming into 2024, and it is a major.
So Nvidia is worth as much as the entire, Chinese stock market? Is that what he said?
Nvidia is worth as much as the entire Chinese stock market. Speaking of Nvidia being worth the entire.
But the irony is that China is not allowed to buy Nvidia products. only in this modern, mixed up fucking society could that be the case, right? Good God.
Higher Chinese stock market. Hedge funds continue to overcrowd trades, which is something that we touched on towards the end of 2023, coming into 2024, and it is a major problem, posing systematic risk, but not necessarily to retail investors.
Systemic risk. There's value in college, folks. There really is. Anyway, systemic
as long
risk.
as we're using stop losses, but more so institutions, hedge funds, short sellers. Have you guys seen the previous gap up in ARM, ticker symbol ARM, in the electronic technology semiconductor sector, just like over in NVIDIA? Well, on that surge, on ARM stock surge, that basically burned short sellers to the tune of $445 million in paper losses. Now, $445 million on one stock in about 2 trading days is much greater than the things we have seen, such as short sellers losing 190 somewhat billion in 2023, right? In the overall market. If we take a look at when short sellers were down 195-ish billion dollars shorting the overall market, since then the market is up a shit ton, and you're seeing a bunch of other tickers having these sort of short squeezes like DWOC, like PUN, TENX, right? The list goes
DWOC.
on. Now I want to touch on what is about to happen with AMC come.
They had a oh, okay. I didn't look at it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. Why did the Trump tards get to win? Well, anyway, they don't get to win.
On Monday, come tomorrow, right? But since we're on the topic of hedge funds face a cash drought as most strategies lose luster. Fund clients pulled $280 billion in 2020.
Oh my God.
And the survey
no.
hedge fund strategies are not holding up, and we've seen several of them close down because of this. But not only have we seen some of them close down and hand money back to clients, but we saw money pull from them, from clients. Clients are saying, listen, your strategies are not working. I don't want my money with you. This is
not Citadel, though.
Risky. And the things you're doing
Citadel didn't do that.
Extremely risky. And
they paid profit to their clients.
Shadow banking in 1 second. Now, AMC. Also, guys, I didn't ask you yet. Make sure to hit the like button on this video. Comment down below. Since I research, edit.
Look at this one. Why news about AMC networks? Why are you looking at news about AMC networks? It's all about AMC networks. What?
In that order for you guys. It helps me out. It's free. Subscribe to the channel. Now, AMC on Monday, I want to warn you guys. I want to preface this. AMC Networks is not AMC. AMC Networks US ad sales fall 23%.
No fucking shit. Wow.
Streaming subs inch up. Okay, there's a lot of negative news around AMCX, and we saw previously the narrative they tried to push with AMCX to.
Sounds like they're trying to kill it. Sounds like their private equity's trying to bankrupt AMC Networks. That's what it sounds like to me. Naked Shorts in AMCX. That's my new platform. Yeah, I'm sure you just figured it out, Lynn. This is what... Hey, this is exactly what... Isn't this going to be very similar to what we see for AMC, though? AMC reports Q4 sales beat, but shares fall. as as concessions slide. I don't know. Just make that part up. Sales beat, but shares fall. Revenue beat, but losses mount. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Just speculation.
And I want to warn you guys that for Monday, for a fake sell-off, if that does happen, it's going to be because of AMCX. AMCX was down about 16% on Friday.
What?
And gapped lower, which is...
It's going to be what? Come on.
Networks US ad sales fall 23% in final quarter of 2023. Streaming subs inch up. Okay, there's a lot of negative news around AMCX, and we saw previously the narrative they tried to push with AMCX to drop AMC, and I want to warn you guys that for Monday, for a fake sell-off, if that does happen, it's going to be because of AMCX. AMCX was down about 16% on Friday and gapped lower, which is not a good thing to see. Okay, AMC is overlaid over this. The charts are very, very similar, so just be aware of this. Okay, this is the result.
So it will drop then, I think is what he's saying. But it's a trick because retail investors are too stupid to realize that AMCX is different than AMC. Is that what I mean? I honestly do not know what he is saying.
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying it? What are you saying? Huh?
No clue.
UBS dark pools, which caused AMC to drop significantly.
Wait, hold on. Got to go back.
Charts are very, very similar, so just be aware of this, okay? This is the results on UBS dark pools, which caused AMC to drop significantly from $45 to $4 post-split price. Here are the venues that were used by UBS ATS dark pool, which contributed to a significant amount of volume.
I mean,
same
what?
exact day. So the big drop on AMC in August was caused by a short seller using UBS alternative trading system dark pool just before the conversion and reversal.
What?
Speaking of alternate trading systems, lurking.
How in the fuck? I mean, what are you looking at? You're non-S&P 500 stocks. So this is the results on UBS dark pool, which caused AMC to drop significantly from $45 to $4 post-split price. Here are the venues that were used by UBS ATS dark pool, which contributed to a significant amount of volume that day. Okay, where does it say? Okay, first of all, this fucking screenshot is cut the fuck off.
Just be aware of this, okay? This is the results on UBS dark pools, which caused
non-directed orders, percentage of all orders, non-S&P 500 stocks. Doesn't say anything about AMC here. What does this have to do with AMC? This is a general list, right? I don't. Venues. New York Stock Exchange. Okay. But, I mean, this goes against his own fucking narrative. Because if you actually look at this, which they count on anybody not doing. Venues, non-directed order flow. Okay, so this is like different execution venues, places where orders can be sent to, right? To be filled. And it's in order of this non-directed order percentage. Okay. Plus we have market orders here. So we have non-directed orders, market orders, limit orders, okay, other types of orders. But basically, you know, you have your market orders, you have limit orders. It doesn't, and I'm going to back up. I'm going to go even simpler than this, Manuel. Dark pools exist, so what? And I agree, so what? But based on what they're showing here, and this is so stupid. Like, this is the fucking abject retardation of these motherfuckers. They are so fucking dumb. Look at it. I'm gonna zoom the fuck in so we can take a look at this idiocy. Okay. Venue, non-directed order price. I'm sorry, non-directed order flow. Top one here. Coming over.
AMC to drop.
Right. The NASDAQ Stock Exchange has the highest percentage of non-directed orders. NASDAQ also has the highest percentage of market orders. And non-marketable limit orders. And other orders. So, like, yeah, non-directed orders on UBS is kind of, okay, it's high. But look at this. NASDAQ, SIBO, IEX, ARCA, SIBO, New York Stock Exchange. These are all exchanges. UBS, Barclays, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, those are your ATSs or your private exchanges, basically. What I'm remarking at is how high the percentage is on the exchanges. Like, the dark pools are not any higher than some of these exchanges. In fact, 9% on IEX. Now, no market orders on IEX. But look at the market order percentage on New York Stock Exchange, 45%. I know it's hard to see. So what in the fuck is the point of showing this? It doesn't actually, in fact, it look at market orders on ARCA, 13%. Market orders on NASDAQ, nearly 20 fucking percent. 20%, 13%, 45%. So, I mean, what are you trying to show here? You're not showing that dark pool percentage is any higher or quote unquote worse than exchange order flow. That's not being shown here. So that's a complete failure if that's what they're trying to show. Of course, we knew it was going to be that anyway. How? I'll show you.
Of this, okay? This is the results.
Because this is from this guy, Travis. That's why. I mean, brain dead.
Post distributed in August was caused by a short seller using UBS alternative trading system.
Why would you come to that conclusion when the actual NASDAQ exchange percentage was higher than that UBS? And we're not even talking about AMC here. We're talking about non-S&P 500 stocks. This is retarded. This is fucking dumb. And if these people are focused on this, they lost so fucking long ago, it's not even funny.
Just before the conversion and reverse split. Speaking of alternate trading systems.
And how do you know it happened right before that? You don't know it happened then. That sounds like a goddamn assumption. Otherwise, the proof of that would be plastered all over the place. I don't see it.
Hiding shares, dropping stock price, shadow bank loans from U.S. lenders.
Hiding shares, yeah. That's what they're doing.
Lending to non-bank financial firms has steadily risen. Janet Yellen said this week that officials are monitoring risk. Now, what does this mean? Why is this significant? First of all, shadow banking and the crisis of 07 and 08 is something that had a large impact on the market sell-off that people don't really talk about, okay? And on top of that, short sellers now, right, February 8th this was out, are increasing their bets against regional banks amid several different factors, okay? So short sellers are shorting banks to a high tune right now, and banks are doing well. Not only are they not doing well, but the Bank Term Funding Program is being cut off completely in March by the Fed. But not only that, they are still over.
Oh, the Bank Term Funding Program. Yes, well,
is here. In quotes,
you better watch out for more than just the regional banks when that shit goes away. Because we have a theory, but we're not going to go into it now. But, yeah. Correlate that with the bank crisis and the market rally. Very interesting. Why are the banks down so much too, by the way? Why are they down so much? All they had to do was buy Nvidia. Stupid banks.
Amount U.S. financial
Wall Street is they're so fucking really these are the people in charge. You got to be kidding me. Bunch of clowns.
Fintechs and private equity groups.
Let's all pile into Nvidia.
As regulators warn that growing ties between traditional and alternative lenders could present systematic risk. In quotes, these hedge funds, private equity.
Wait a minute.
Direct lending.
He didn't even. It says systemic, and he said systematic. He can't even read the difference. He can't even. He doesn't even think they're two different words. Present systematic risks. This kid, he suffers from systemic ignorance.
Lenders and others use the money to
what a clown.
Investments and increasingly
systematic
a range of risky borrowers. Regulators have
shit. You don't have to systematically debunk this motherfucker. He does it to himself.
Encouraged banks from lending to directly. For all banks, shadow bank financing now makes up more than 6% of all loans, putting it just above auto loans at 5% and just below credit cards, which crossed $1 trillion for the first time last year at 7%. So regulators are saying, listen, these hedge funds, these equity firms, these private equity firms, these direct lenders, as well as other entities are posing large systematic risk when they lend to a range of risky borrowers that otherwise we don't want them to lend to directly because we would see it. Now they're saying this systematic risk is so bad because the lending to risky borrowers has surpassed $1 trillion, which means if these
Oh, good. So the consumer's all tied up with credit cards and auto loans and home loans they can't pay. And then hedge funds, private equity firms, and direct lenders, they're all tied up with this shadow bank financing, which makes up, almost as much as credit card debt. So basically everybody's fucked. Nobody has any money. And everything's at record debt levels. Yet, the stock market's at all-time highs. How can this possibly be? It's almost like the whole system is a fucking joke. Almost.
Risky borrowers, right? That's like a bank lending to someone with a 200, 400 credit score, right? Can't pay it back. This could cause a major risk to the entire financial system, just like it did in 2008. Another thing I find a little bit odd touching on AMC is over on Twitter, it seems like likes are disappearing. And let me know what you think about this.
What did all of that that he just talked about have to do with AMC? I fail to see that, but whatever. Okay.
Another thing I find a little bit odd touching on AMC is over on Twitter, it seems like likes are disappearing. And let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. But something has been...
Likes are disappearing on Twitter. Oh, Well, your savior, Elon Musk, has said that there's a lot of bots on Twitter. Perhaps it was them. And they got removed. I don't know. Just, it could be anything. But let's be honest, though. It's a conspiracy against you. They don't want you to be recognized as legitimate. And, you can, get all of the blue check marks you want, like Unusual Whales. And, you still get censored. So, good job. It's almost like Elon Musk is full of shit. Almost.
Been going around about Brett Harrison, and this post had 4.5 thousand likes. And yes, people can unlike something, but a little bit later it dropped to 4.4, and then an hour later 4.3, and then to 4.1.
Well, maybe it's because I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this is what Ken Griffin and Elon met about, I guess.
Back down to 4,000. It's a little bit odd, but let me know if you are having some sort of issues with X as well, or if you're seeing this. Before we close out the video, coming into the week, Ethereum Classic, jumping in its point of interest, which I think AMC is going to follow, as well as GameStop and Ethereum Classic.
Now, wait a minute. Where did he get this Ethereum Classic catalyst from? That could not possibly be from losing with emotions. Trading with emotions, whose whole thing seems to be based on Ethereum Classic because it was the one that you could stretch to make it look most like the AMC chart, right? I don't know. Nobody says any sources or anything, so.
The bull run that crypto is...
Original research, man.
In. Bitcoin is doing extremely well. This is it, right? This leg up, this is the start of the beginning of the all-time highs, okay? This is the beginning of the end.
Oh, this is the beginning of the end. Wait, huh? This is the beginning of the start of all-time highs. This is the beginning of the end. Which one is it? I don't know. But it's not like there haven't been fucking rug pulls before. Right at these price levels. Are you kidding me? But this time, this is the run. This is it. There's no turning back. There's no stopping us now. We're going to $600,000 per Bitcoin. In Argentinian dollars. I don't know.
Clean break over 49.5. We're coming to 54 to 60,000 on Bitcoin. Main reason Bitcoin is pumping is because literally 20,000 Bitcoin have been bought off the market in the last 2 days, which is absolutely nuts coming into the halving. I posted a video yesterday, the stock market crash of 2024, bad correction incoming. Make sure to go watch that.
The halving, yes. Yes, let's separate the haves from the have-nots because that's what we do. or they'll take half of your money, or in AMC's case, 90% of the shares, right?
For the overall market, and they
The
see your
halving.
portfolio one way or the other.
You don't have
Turn
shit.
notifications on for the channel, and if you guys want up to 15 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000.
I don't want 15 free of anything.
Joining, press the link.
Wow, look at this Discord server. How much does it cost? Okay. Well, the futures are doing something. Oh. Yeah. This is what we call a nothing burger opening. Although the dollar's taken a nosedive. But the dollar's been fucking weird lately. I don't know what's going on. Only Jamie Dimon does. Let's be honest. He's the only person who knows what the fuck's going on. Friday they had it programmed to move together with the dollar until it didn't. So, you know, it's just whatever they got it programmed to. Which way is the wind blowing? And then roll 13-sided die, you know, and then make a random decision. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay. So, look at that. Natural gas gapping down, way down. Pretty exciting stuff.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, all that YouTube algorithm stuff so you get the videos I put them out. See that I'm thinking, see I'm analyzing that data. But like I tell every day, the data they release us as false. It meant to give us a false narrative in the markets. We can make bad trading decisions. Listen.
I will, but reluctantly.
I want you guys to listen to me.
Donnie.
To buy,
talk to you, Donnie.
Hold or sell any stock. I'm not telling you to buy, hold, or sell AMC.
Well, that's good.
Buy, hold, or sell any stock.
Okay. Got it.
The bad actors want us to forget is that every single transaction, no matter what business you in, if you're in sales, every sale requires a buyer.
Brilliant. Every sale requires a buyer. Okay.
And a seller.
Okay. And a seller. Oh, okay.
Okay. Every sale requires a buyer and a seller. So with all these FUD articles telling us sell, 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 sell.
Well, I'm going to stop him right there. I'm not seeing these FUD articles saying sell, 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 sell. I mean, well, you could interpret anything to mean that. And with their creative imaginations, that I'm guessing that they do, but I don't really see these articles that they all talk about. But anyway, even if they did exist, why are you worried about it? If you know something that you think you know, or you believe it, at least anyway, what does it matter what some crappy website, news site, mainstream media, whatever, analyst says? What difference does it make? Why are you dwelling on this? Because you perceive it as some kind of attack? Well, I mean, sir, like, what difference does it make? And yeah, some people have said to sell this or that or whatever. Why would you listen to them? Why would you listen to them? I don't know. But anyway, so the whole premise here, to me, seems to be false.
Sell your AMC shares. Who are we selling it to? If they want retail investors to sell all their shares, who is...
They, well, first of all, who in the fuck are they? Been on this guy's ass for 2 years. about they. Who the fuck are they? They want retail investors, which is not synonymous with the ape phenomenon. They want retail investors, some of whom somehow still believe in a short squeeze. They want you all to sell all of your shares. Some unknown they. Okay. But who are they selling it to? Who would you be selling it to? And he's going to say, well, clearly the naked shorters, because, you know, they're trying to cover their shares, even though naked shorting doesn't borrow shares, so why would you need to return anything? He doesn't understand anything about shorting.
Retail investors to sell all their shares. Who is buying them?
Well, plenty of you idiots say that you are. Like, this is such... important to know your limits and to know what you know and the limits of, you know, your knowledge and skill. Because Donahue George, I mean, this is weak fucking sauce. Like, this is not a gotcha. You did not show anything here. Because you interpret a media article one way. I mean, so who are they selling it to? Like, really? I mean, you guys say you're fucking buying. This clown right here said he was buying shares last week. Oh, drop it below $4. It's a dry. Blah, blah, blah. So why are you asking this ridiculously stupid hypothetical rhetorical question? It doesn't even matter anyway. Doesn't even matter anyway. I mean, this is how this guy makes himself feel better on a fucking Sunday. This is fucking pathetic.
Who is buying them? If there's no buyer of your shares and you push that sell button, it will stay in that sell queue forever. Okay? It will stay in that sell queue forever.
Well, no, not exactly. No. Absolutely not. In fact, well, I should say it depends on how you're trying to sell them. If you're trying to liquidate it in a market order, no. They will be executed. There will be a buyer. And that buyer of last resort is the market maker. If it's a limit order, sure, it could sit there until the price gets to that level. But no, there will always be a buyer. Make no mistake about that. I mean, legally, the market makers are under legal contract to purchase at market price. Now, not at any price, but at the NBBO. So, no, you're wrong.
Only time to sell, that sell queue forever. Okay? It will stay in that sell queue forever. The only time to sell is when there's a buyer on the other end of the transaction. So if all retail investors are selling their shares, who do you guys think are buying them?
But all retail investors are not selling their shares. Like, the narrative here is that they, Wall Street, whoever, the bad actors in his mind, those entities need shares to cover. Like, they can't get them somehow for some reason. And so, like, who do they think you're buying? Well, clearly they want retail investors to sell their shares because they want to be the buyers. Yada yada yada. It makes no sense. In any sense of the word sense, it makes none. That's what he's trying to drive at here, and it's just stupid. It's just fucking dumb.
The naked shorters, okay? The naked shorters. They're telling us to sell them so that they can buy them. And I'm not telling you to buy, hold, or sell.
But naked short sellers They didn't borrow anything, supposedly. So why are they buying? Supposedly they're waiting for the company to go bankrupt so they don't have to buy them. That's the whole point of, supposedly, of this naked short selling. Get your fucking narrative straight, dude. For real. I mean, at what point does this motherfucker get, for lack of a better term, canceled? I mean, seriously, this is bad. This is real bad.
So AMC, what I'm telling you is every single transaction requires a seller and a buyer. And if every retail investor sells their shares, who is...
But they're not. They never will. I mean, why are you talking about it like this? This is not helpful for anybody. Not helpful to say if everybody said no, because everybody will never do that. As we see with MMTLP, you got people holding on to it way longer than they should have. Now they're stuck. Too bad, so sad. Tough titties. I mean, what do you want to say? Look at those DSLs. Wow.
Who is on the other end of the transaction? Who is buying those shares? The naked shorters. They need our shares. If they didn't...
There it is, right there. They need our shares. No, they don't. The only thing they need from you, they don't need it. The only thing they want from you is your fucking money. And so they gladly tell you to buy shares. They know it's going to be worthless because it is. Nobody cares if you buy or fucking sell. And the naked shorters have... Gee, come on.
Didn't need our shares, they wouldn't be pushing us to sell. Because think about it. You can't sell something that nobody wants to buy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, you can actually. That's the beauty of the market. You can. You'll get a shitty price for it, but you can sell it. That's when you use a market order. Like I said, that will get filled. It doesn't matter. I mean, there's a quoted price, then it will get filled. Even if there's not an actual trader in the world that wants to fucking buy it. That's the way it works. That's the way the system works.
It would stay in the queue in Webull, Fidelity, Robinhood, whatever platform you use, Think or Swim. It would stay in the queue because there were no buyers available. But the fact that the minute you push buy,
if it's a limit order
right away, that tells you that they need our shares. They're the ones. They're telling you to sell, but they're buying them up. And the reason they're buying them up,
there you go. That's it.
They need them.
There you go.
So when you read these,
like, you can't, no, I'm sorry, but you can't say that without providing any evidence. You have nothing except a fucking played out, limp dick, false narrative that's been false from the fucking beginning. I mean, this is just getting stupid. Okay.
These articles that are telling you, sell your shares. Remember.
No, nobody, I haven't seen it. Why don't you demonstrate, show one of those articles that are so prevalent, you say. No, you can't. Don't even try to.
That in order to sell, there has to be a buyer. And we all know who's buying them up. The criminals who've been naked shorting AMC, GME, and other stocks for the past 36 months.
You are a brain dead fucking idiot. You are brain dead. If you think that's the case. If you think that's a fucking case. First of all, why the fuck isn't the stock going up then? If there's all this buying by naked shorters to cover their naked shorts, which is fucking the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. This guy has no business whatsoever talking about this shit in public. And if we lived in a fair society, if we did, this guy would have been shut down years ago for spreading all of this fucking garbage. And I'll stand by that. This fucking garbage. Absolutely fucking horrible. No excuse for that. None. After 3 years? No. Fuck no. Oh, and here's another one. Great. So we're continuing to go sideways, basically. Yay. But before we do that, I'm going to get to some of these space calls here. Sorry. What is this? Hang on a second here. I don't think you can do this.
There was no offense.
I would be very careful about that. I didn't think that you could do this. I don't know, though. I wouldn't want to try it. Oh, just talking? Okay. I mean, even using the term, I'm not even sure if you can. Well, I don't know. I know that it's. You can understand why I would be a little nervous about that. I don't know. You know, I just don't. I wouldn't want to take a chance personally, given what's happened. Get the letter that scared all the other ones deleting all their old videos. I didn't get that letter, so I didn't even hear about it. Okay, let me get back into the thing here. All right. So we got some space calls, Twitter space calls here that, are pointing to some interesting tendencies. So we're going to bring those in here. Figure out how to do it. Where is it? Where is it? Where'd it go? Heck. Well, I am just not. There we go. Sort of. I hate OBS. Oh my God. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm not sure exactly where, but I'm just going to jump in here and play a couple of these. Okay, there we go.
I'm sorry, Vinegar.
Oh my God. No, that's quite all right. I'm still lost by, like, if Metal says the math, if they voted yes, the stock would go one way and no would go the other way, and then it went against you, why did you keep holding, especially when you said earlier that you're math is never wrong. This is the part where I get lost. It's like you have your theorems, you have your math, and like I said,
yes,
you say the judge is corrupt or whatever. Okay, well the judge goes against you. So why did you keep holding?
Well, you already asked the question.
Even through all the health issues, why did you know what I mean?
Yes, the question's understood. So I'm sure everyone on the internet has seen the Dunning-Kruger effect. I fell victim to the Dunning-Kruger effect. There's a guy on YouTube called Data Zero. I don't know if he's still on fucking YouTube or not, but he has such exuding confidence that it overwhelms. I must be wrong, right? This guy knows what he's talking about because he's so fucking confident, despite the flawless mathematics. That I must have overlooked something. Let me just hold through it and see what happens. That's what fucking happened. So I fell victim to the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Okay, but then you're on this call and you have this argument, and you're, I understand what you're saying, but like earlier, you weren't saying this at all. You were saying that the math is never wrong and everything else.
The math wasn't wrong. You see what happened, right? It's
the math is wrong. You see what happened, right? Interesting. No one sounds that confident anymore. I mean, Data Zero. All right, let's check the next one here.
Well, no, hold on, Shug, because she wants to spread lies about me. First of all, the math was worth more than $1 million. It was worth $20 billion because that's how much was fucking wiped out. And Amy, you didn't read the goddamn court documents. I was in the hospital 5 goddamn times because of stress over this, because I knew intimately what the reverse split conversion would cost to the stock.
Bro, chill down.
So you're asking me why I asked for such a high payout? That's why. It almost fucking killed me, Amy.
Woosah.
Metal, I don't want you to, bro. No money is worth losing your health over anything. I don't want you to.
I literally saw the light 3 fucking times in 3 fucking separate incidents. The goddamn light in the tunnel. And you're asking me why I want a goddamn $1 million?
Then why didn't you make a move on it? Make a move on it. If you knew 3 different times, that's 3 different times you could have profited from it. Why didn't you?
Hindsight's a bitch.
It's not that hindsight's a bitch. If you know that the reverse split conversion is to avoid the MOAS, you fucking know it, and you also know that there's no way in hell any sane person can look at the evidence and expect to think this makes any goddamn sense at all.
Yeah, then why would you stay in it? And it probably was a train at the end of the tunnel that they saw. Wow. Oops. Let's go here to this. All right, let's play this one.
Listen, Ghost, don't go to Soika's call and listen what he has to say about dividends because that's bullshit. Don't go to others' calls and listen to what they have to say about bullshit. Get some facts together, and when you have facts, then we can talk because all of that was bullshit. You can't protect a corrupt CEO. I'm sorry.
Hey, Ghost, I think you're
corrupt CEO.
About what a nice guy is and what a good guy is. I think Adam Aaron's a nice guy, but I don't think he's a good CEO, man.
I mean, let's
how many of your CEOs in your other companies that you're invested into talk to you? How many? Let's name them. Name them.
It doesn't matter. They're not my therapists. They're not my therapists.
He came out to talk to us because he was fucking scamming everybody.
That's exactly right.
With that fucking stupid ass fucking sweater and that fucking. He was a fucking looking homely fuck, and he fucking turned everybody on him.
Holy shit, dude.
Homely fuck.
Okay, imagine a casino.
He's a fucking piece of shit, dude.
Yeah. Imagine a casino.
Wow.
How would the gamblers be able to prove? Let's look at a corrupt casino. How would gamblers on the floor be able to prove?
Welcome to the shit show. As always. Hey, at least they got that accurate, right?
The mafia was.
Stop talking on each other. We all get by this time that Ghost, you can't answer simple questions and you have to deflect. That's okay. I get it where you come from. It's okay. You can go to like Soika's call and any call, listen to whatever they have say. But at the end of the day, you have to live with your portfolio. It doesn't matter what any of us say, what you say. Your portfolio is your fucking truth. And you have to live with it. No matter what anybody says. That's your truth. So you can come here on the call. You're more than welcome. You've been here before. I'll let you talk. But the facts are facts. The numbers are numbers. People lie, numbers don't. Adam Aaron, his board, his grifters, everybody made a fuck ton of money while retail investors lost fuck ton of money. Now who was speaking?
He's a motivational speaker for his shareholders is what he is. And he just wants us to continue to pump him money.
Yeah, let me go.
Well. Hello.
Hands, Ben, go ahead, Ben. Sorry for waiting. Go ahead, Ben.
A motivational speaker for the shareholders. I mean, and it motivated them for a while. It worked. What else we got here? Ethan lying about passing his exams, claiming he got deleted from the record. Even Madoff is in there. Nobody gets out. We're all in there for life. Bernie Madoff. I thought you'd like that one, Lynn. Okay, looking for more spaces here. Dogeca. Oh my God. Let's see. Still going sideways in the futures. All right, cool.
Albert, how are you, buddy?
Hi, Sugar. Hi, all. I have a conspiracy theory about why these people still mislead other people, apes, right? So imagine in the courtroom, the other side will take these videos of Soika and they will tell the judge, look at these idiots. This is the whole reason why I'm thinking they are doing this. Thank you.
I don't want to say their name. I don't want to piss off anybody else in this room, but in another stock, that's why I feel like...
Why not?
Shit,
I would.
That's why I think that people accept Kai's, because if something goes crazy, they can just say that he's acting crazy, and it gives them plausible deniability. So I do think there's some kind of valid, and I'm trying not to talk shit. I want to stay, positive, but the guy has done things that are disgusting. You don't call and pretend you're somebody's husband to a doctor. You don't harass somebody's family that committed suicide. That's just not healthy. But I also think the reason to do that is if it is ever called up.
Were you listening to that call when they were talking about figuring out who his life insurance provider was, calling the life insurance provider? Like, first of all, I don't even know that you get life insurance if you commit suicide. Second, like
typically no.
Right. But if you do, there are some that like give you like a 2-year, like after a 2-year exemption kind of thing, like to make sure that it's not insurance fraud, things like that. But regardless, you're talking about messing with this mother and her children's financial future. If he does have it, I don't know. I don't care to know. I hate that I even know any of this, but they're going to call a life insurance company and spread a conspiracy theory that he didn't commit suicide, which would in turn make her life more difficult. Like, I cannot understand that there's absolutely no humanity left, and it's just makes me fucking sick. It really does.
If in that, for anybody in here that doesn't know, my friends know Amy's known forever, but like that's the work that I do. Like I work in suicide prevention and crisis. So yeah, like that shit really bothered me personally, professionally, and then it crossed over to stocks. And it makes me feel sick to my stomach that kind of stuff is, encouraged for what? A couple bucks? Like you don't have any kind of sympathy or empathy for those kids. The man's dead. Like whether he might have been a scam artist, he might have been a great guy.
His wife was home. Like she was there when it happened. I cannot even imagine if that was me.
All right.
And then
So I believe they're talking about the Bed Bath & Beyond CFO who took his own life, and that gentleman's family, etc. Tice was spreading a conspiracy theory that said that he did not take his own life, yada, yada, yada. I don't know, Model 3 dude. I don't know. But I believe that's who they're referring to now. And Amy was saying, well, can't believe people would do that, and why would there's no humanity, blah, blah, blah. I mean, sure, but to me, this is just an example. You're dealing with a stupid person. Now, and I mean that in the clinical sense, I suppose, in terms of the 5 laws of stupidity as enumerated by the author Carlo Cipolla in his book, The Basic Laws of Stupidity. Actually, the original article was titled The Basic Laws of Stupidity from 1976. And so essentially, the way this works is any action that you take can be either a benefit to yourself or benefit to others, or it can cause losses to yourself or losses to others. Okay, and then so the 4 choices you have, are you can take actions that are fair and provide a fair benefit to everybody, including yourself. So that's why in quadrant 1 here, it's closer to benefiting yourself and closer to benefiting others. Or you can be the exact opposite of that, and you can take actions that cause losses to yourself and losses to others. So what you do, it benefits nobody. There's no benefit. No benefit. And then you have the edge cases, like if you're helpless, then you do things that help other people, but that are detrimental to yourself. So you put other people ahead of yourself, and you end up suffering as a result. That's not ideal. Nor is being a bandit, which is benefiting yourself at other people's expense. So, like a thief, you're taking someone else's property at the expense of somebody else, benefiting yourself and harming them. The best way to be, though, is to be fair and equitable to yourself and to others, and that would be the intelligent quadrant here. So what these people largely are stupid, like literally, clinically, or at least in terms of this definition. where the stuff that they do hurts themselves and it harms others. And that's true stupidity. So check out the 5 Laws of Stupidity by Frank Cipolla. I'm sorry, Carlo Cipolla. And, actually it's called, I'll show you it right here, right now. The Basic Laws of Human Stupidity by Carlo M. Cipolla. This is where this came from. So, something to think about there. They're just, we're talking about stupid people here. In that sense.
Guy showing up.
I'm going to skip ahead a little bit on this one.
Exchanges is that there was no credible auditing taking place. There was no accountability. That's why we saw the FTX scandal. That's why we're seeing Binance's CEO stepping down, and they kind of facilitated some illegal transactions. But that does kind of come with decentralization, is that we can't control whether it's an innocent retail investor or a corrupt criminal. It doesn't have a name or face to that. It just has a wallet ID. But I am, regardless of the belief that still should be the preferred way of doing things. So as far as risk, I mean, I think that would actually fall on whoever is hosting.
Like, I don't want to put my money in that, right? I don't want, like, I didn't get swindled by FTX. Like,
me either.
It's, you have to think about it from both sides of the trade, right? Like, why am I going to put my money at risk against some faceless wallet ID with no accountability and no, where's my rights as a buyer? Where's, all of those things. There's a lot of questions that can't be answered.
So do you believe in Bitcoin being a better alternative to the US dollar? Do you think that Bitcoin's a scam?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, and I respect that. And this is where I think we could have some, some dialogue and some debate, because
to lose them again?
Global currency that could be used. Now, granted, I don't think Bitcoin's going to be the currency. I think it's going to be a great store of value. But
right. Okay, sure. Yeah, store of value. Sure.
Market, capitalization in total via stock, so held directly. That means actually a lot to me. If you hear that 77% of the market, actually it's a lot. We can't say 1%.
Hey, Lynn, I mean, don't we already have that? Yeah. But yeah, let's put the 20-year-olds in charge of it, though. That would be the crypto version. Like, equal or greater scams than we have now, but the 25-year-olds are in charge. That would make it easier to scam. Alkin is counting on that, by the way.
I don't understand what you're saying. Are you saying retail has 77% of the market capitalization?
Yes, it's not there. You have it. Google it out.
That's not true.
Then the street is wrong, right? Those what wrote this, Nasdaq is wrong. Everybody's wrong. Just we are right here.
No, I'm gonna look it up, but that sounds pretty ridiculous.
I'm just saying what I see here, and over 22% according as of 2021. Actually, it's a big deal. That's what I mean. We are a recognizable force in this market. It's not like we move the market. We are not playing
a recognizable force.
But, we are not the BlackRocks and Vanguards and Susquehannas, but we are a big deal, to be honest with you.
No, the problem is that retail investors are individuals. It doesn't matter what retail investors collectively own. because it is a patchwork quilt of positions. It's not really it's not really a patchwork quilt. It's not one thing. There is no one group of retail investors. That's the problem. That has always been the problem. Everybody should be thinking about his or her own positions and portfolios, not what retail investors as a collective group own, because that is irrelevant because it's inactionable. It's not, nobody is controlling that corpus of shares as one unit, and it will never be that way. So what difference does it make, really, in that sense, how many shares are owned by retail investors? Because an institution who owns 20 million shares can have more of an effect, because they can move around a portion of those 20 million shares, all of those 20 million shares. They can add to it by 20 million shares. They have the capital to do that. So I don't really see what difference it makes. If you want to think about it in like an analogy, you would have to name every retail investor and how many shares they own, and then you realize, okay, less than 1% of these people have any number of shares that would have any effect on anything, even if they liquidated them all. It's not. It's just it's that comparison is always false, always false.
Okay, so it says retail investors hold 7.49%. 7% of companies.
Do you want me to take a picture and put it here?
I'm reading it. What percentage of stock market is retail investors? Retail investors hold 7.49% of companies listed on SIC.
I will put it in the chat down there so you can talk with somebody else.
Wait, in the meantime, Amy, if you could respect the space, Screech has his hand up. He has something important to say.
Great. Screech, go ahead, man. How are you? Thanks.
Sorry,
it's always good.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Screech. Amy, thank you for respecting the space.
Vinegar, you got something to say?
No, I said it earlier. I don't want to say it again. I know you couldn't hear it, but I was just going to say it's tough to manage the spaces, and don't let nefarious actors come up here and derail. You know what I mean?
Dude,
I think it's obvious that's what Kai's was doing. That's why Kai's wanted to be co-host, so he could boot a bunch of people. They don't like the fact that there's a good conversation going. So
I started this space for like 30 minutes to talk about people misleading people, and I'm here for fucking now 2.5 hours. I gotta go home. I can't do this shit on my fucking Sunday, dude.
Yeah, I understand.
Let's make sure that we're understanding this right. Retail investors' share of total trading volume rose from 10% in 2011 to over 22% in 2021. Total trading volume, right?
You asking me, or who are you asking?
No, I'm trying to get everything together to put it on in the nest down here. So just give me a second.
You're on the NASDAQ article. Is that what you're reading? I'm trying to find what you're reading.
So can I ask Kai? You still here, brother? Can I ask you something?
Any question from you, Sugar? Go ahead.
Okay. So when I saw you tweeted about Adam Aaron, I know that he's a piece of shit CEO. Like most of the retail investors in AMC, we know, except his cult. So when Pulte says, overpaid executives, I know he hates people like those who have used their shareholders and all that stuff. What did you mean by that tweet? I know you are good friends with Pulte, Bill and you are close. I don't know how close you are, but from what I have seen, does Bill, what intentions like Bill has for AMC? Does he really want like all these grifters and overpaid executives and the board held responsible like he says in AMC, or is it was not regarding AMC?
Good question.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, he said, it's not me. He said he bought shares of AMC.
Yes.
Also, he posted a tweet once asking Adam Aaron to call him, and that's all I know. But I'm not here to speak on his name. I don't know what are his intentions. But he said once, I mean, he tagged Adam Aaron and he said, "Give me a call." And until today, there's no communications. That's it.
Okay.
Maybe
Thank you, man.
maybe Amy, if she goes on.
I just wanted to come in here. I'm not going to give you guys that much time because you're not worth it.
I know, because you're about to get smashed. So
about
just stay in here for a little bit longer.
Smash me. Go ahead.
Okay, so here we go. Now, your Mr. McDegan's profile.
Right.
You wrote an entire dissertation on MMTLP.
Right. What did I say?
You were breaking it down for Andrew.
Read it. Read the whole
fucking thing. No.
Yeah.
I don't need to read it right now. Anybody who wants to read it, they can go read it.
No. You're going to smash
Absolutely.
me, right? Read the whole thing then.
Stop running your mouth.
Whole thing. The only thing Southern about you is your head being south of your waist and up your ass. Read the whole thing.
See, you're freaked out, and you should be.
You're a liar. You're
We are so fucking coming for you. I cannot wait.
We may be pressuring him a bit.
No. You're not pressuring
No, if he wants to come here, he can come here.
You want to reference
that is perfectly fine.
Yo, you want to?
But you're gonna listen.
You want to reference?
You want to get on your soapbox and talk.
Reference the post.
If you were straight up, we wouldn't keep finding all this bullshit on you.
Read the whole post. Maybe I'll read the whole post. Okay.
How about you're just honest from the fucking beginning?
Where was I dishonest?
The 15 fucking alts, the different personalities, going into people's discords.
Excuse me. What 15 alts? Let's go.
Because most of us use our personal Twitter. Like, we have an account and we use it.
Yeah, can I see pictures of your family, bitch?
Okay, see, that's how I know I got you. I'm so fucking excited.
Should I?
I think that's a different person, Lynn.
Got you by the nuts.
Manuel can verify that, but
so I locked down that account. I didn't realize that I was going to take fucking center stage in this thing, so I created a new account.
I got you freaked out, and you fucking should be.
You don't have me freaked out. You are nobody to me.
I know you. I know you. You try to stay composed and calm, but you just call me a bitch.
You are a bitch, so?
I am, but you don't normally do that, Drew.
What's
You're
that?
very calm and composed.
No, I go nuts on
fucking
people
awesome.
that deserve to be gone nuts on, you douchebag. What are you talking about? You obviously don't listen.
Can someone help me? I'm trying to find Mr. McDegan's YouTube videos. He took them all private yesterday. Why are the Mr. McDegan's YouTube videos private yesterday?
You're so bad.
Drew.
Why are the Mr. McDegan's YouTube videos private yesterday?
You're so bad.
Drew,
Get out of
you are a fucking joke.
Mr. McDegan. Mr. McDegan's, why did your YouTube videos go private yesterday when you have nothing to hide?
Yo, because I'm not here to sell black box.
Wow.
Guy passed away a month ago, and all his was, and I talked to that guy for 2 years. And he passed away, and his only thing was that I want to leave my wife enough money where she don't have to worry about once I leave. I'm just as a failure as everybody else as a retail investor. But that guy left. He passed away a month ago. What did I do? I can sit here, do calls, do whatever I want. But I was not able to do anything to recover his fucking money. And as a retail investor, if you're not helping people to make money, recover their fucking money, then what good are you, man? What good am I? I tried 2 years ago too. I tried 2 years ago when people called me names and everything.
Sugar, do you remember the conversation we had like 2 months ago, and what we came to and what we said, and it was
pathetic.
You're not going to be able to save everyone, right? All you can do is share what your opinions are, back them up with information, and people are going to choose to listen to you or not. So
why do that? No, don't do that. We don't need more uneducated, dumb fucking opinions. No. I mean, educational content and concepts and things like that, objective stuff, is different. But financial advice, no. You shouldn't be taking it from anybody. Certainly not somebody on the internet. Certainly not someone named Sugar Kush. Or Scott fucking Allen, for that matter. Good thing we don't peddle in that
in a rough
here.
situation like that person is, and then they, I don't know how to say it. Maybe they listen to the wrong people, or they only listen to one side and they invest everything. Like, that's a tragic story, right? But like, it's not.
It's stupidity.
It's not your job to save people. You can certainly try, but like, you can't be. I don't know. I don't know how to say this, but it's, I know it's.
I'll say it. It's your own fault. It's nobody else's fault but yours. Yeah, you listened to somebody. Yeah, you heard. Let me say it. Let me rephrase. Yes, you heard somebody say these things, and you either miscalculated, misunderstood, didn't understand, or didn't even bother to look into things. That is on you. It's on you. And it's on nobody else to help you or to fix it. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but I mean, this is stuff that, like, usually adults know and do already. And we get better at as we get older. This is bizarre. Fucking bizarre.
It's tough, but you can't be taking on the responsibility of helping the world, when you're only one person. Do you know what I mean?
I wish I was.
So you're hard on yourself, which is good. It's good to be hard on yourself, but like, I think you know what I'm trying to say. I'm not good with these words, but you just, I wouldn't try to put the guilt of that. It's tough. That's all I'll say.
Bullshit. Nobody is that altruistic. Why does this guy fucking care? Why does he care about other people so much? It's like what we get asked all the time and ridiculed and denigrated for. Why do you care what I do with my money? I don't. Because it's not about what people are doing with their money. It's about these people that are lying and misleading people every day. Exposing them. Examining what they're actually saying. Actually examining what they're saying. Which we did earlier. With that bullshit about UBS, dark pools. Remember? And it was complete nonsense. It was garbage. There was a cut-off screenshot. It wasn't telling you anything. Nobody does that. That's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we teach. That's what we advocate for. Pause the fucking video and look at what's on the screen. That's what we do. That's what nobody does. That is how these things debunk themselves, my friends.
I was
that simple.
I was able to save few people, but
you know that.
I just like Elo used to say, you can't save everyone, but I did try. I did try from day one.
Why?
Sugar, can
That's
I say
dumb.
something? You are great.
Oh.
You're those tears, those cries, that shows that you are a great man.
Weak.
Right? Not like the other.
Shows that you're weak.
Mention that guy's name. What we're doing, what every one of us here doing, including you, is we are showing the corruption. once we show them shit. And that's why they come here.
You're showing how easily greed can absolutely mislead people and delude them. That's honestly what it is, actually. If we're going to put it that way, that's what you're showing. You're showing how hypocritical people can be. You're showing the inherent hypocrisy in your group by saying this other group of greedy people are wrong. My greedy people that I'm a part of, this group, we're right. We're the right greedy people. We deserve it, not those other people. When in reality, the truth probably is nobody does. Nobody deserves it. Actually, the reality is probably more like there's nothing to be deserved anyway. There actually is nothing. It actually is all made up. It's all fake, fantasy, pretend, contrived, whatever you want to say. A figment of a collective imagination. Just not real. Whew. Anyway.
And I'm gonna let the hands up go.
That's simple as
we
that.
need to have respect. We stop talking to people. We need to have respect for the whistleblowers. I agree. Can you give us the context? Because you made an allegation. She has a right to confront this allegation. And if you're going to say something, it's not about what Kaz is going to give you in return. It's about your reputation. Right
My
now.
allegation was very simple.
Okay, we'll show the receipts because it's about your reputation. It's not about you and Kaz. You're making a claim in front of 150 people.
And Pepe.
Don't talk.
Okay, they all.
I asked you to stop talking over people, Weeds. Now, this is about your reputation. You're asking to try, because if this was about the whistleblowers and integrity, like you're saying, then you wouldn't be trading what you allegedly have for something in return, right? So this is more about your reputation and who you are as a credible person. Now, if Kaz doesn't want to be credible or you have something there, then that's something that he has to deal with. But this is two separate issues. And I'm going to let's let Eileen go.
Hold on a second, Bland. Don't fucking talk about my reputation.
Okay, we're going to let Eileen go. Stop talking over people.
Okay, wait.
So don't fucking talk about my reputation.
Oh, Jesus Christ, these people.
Okay, we won't.
Don't fucking talk about my reputation, bro.
Accusation, so let's go.
That you, Chad, Salvatore, Kais, and the PP guy. Yo, stop talking.
Wait, again. Now you're deflecting, bro. You accused Eileen first. Now you're one person at a time. I can't fucking go what you have personal issues with other people, but you accused Eileen and you said you have DMs, you have proofs, right? And if you said Eileen was taking money, right? You said Eileen was grifting other people and you have DMs and you have the proof. That was the accusation, Eileen.
Sugar,
and I asked,
stop
Yep.
pressing the mute.
Yep. I think that's clear.
Okay?
I think we've.
When you spoke to me about it, saying, "Why did you call her a fat, ugly person?" I called her that because she is one. That's first.
My
of all,
God.
my opinion.
That's
free to have my opinion.
a Trump-like statement right there.
No, it's not fine.
You have to let people speak,
It's not
Sugar.
what,
Stop
motherfucker,
muting.
it's not fine. I'm
Jesus
asking
Christ.
you for last fucking 30 minutes.
you gotta be
and you're
able.
calling the girl a name.
Okay.
Yet you
Yes,
can't
I did. I'm saying yes.
Put the
I did.
proof.
Okay,
Put it up.
I put
Put
a
the proof.
picture side
Put the
by
proof
side
in
of
the
her.
net.
I put a
Why are
picture
you
side by side of her.
Wait. He said he called her a fat bitch or whatever, ugly whatever, and he's asking for proof. And he said, I put the picture up side by side. What the fuck? What? Oh my God. These people are fucking stupid. Oh my fucking Christ.
So fucking afraid to put the proof in the nest and you go on this name calling. Put the proof in the nest and let everybody see it. Why are you so fucking afraid? You motherfuckers go on these fucking insults. If you have a fucking receipt, put it in the nest, then we move on to the next one. Why are you so fucking afraid, bro? And stop calling people that fat and ugly. Motherfucker, you got women in your home.
Stop doing that
Can
shit.
you stop muting it? Thank you very much.
Stop fucking calling her that. I don't want that in my call, motherfucker. Yesterday I was busy. I didn't even hear what happened. I don't need that shit in my call. You accused her of something. Put the proof in the nest, or you are a fucking lying
It's okay,
bitch.
bro. It's okay, bro. Okay,
Then
I can
Okay,
handle
what's
myself.
my, can we just talk
Wow.
specifically? Go ahead, Weed.
So again, I'm trying.
I want really dumb person.
Said Eileen, prior view, and I'm glad that Kai's DM'd you or whoever DM'd you and Chad to come over here. It's very
Nobody
simple.
DM'd me.
Okay,
Go ahead, keep
it is
going.
so very, very.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw this earlier. Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. Oh, shoot. That's the way I like Morantz right there. Muted. Sounds good that way. All right.
Welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to the channel.
All right, let me reload that here.
What is GameStop down? 85%? No. My favorite brother, what's going on? Welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to the channel. Did you mute the YouTube? Your mic is hot whenever you talk.
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Can you hear me?
Of course I can hear you. What's going on?
Oh, hey. I just want to say, first time, long time, first time. And I just want to call in and say thank you for everything that you've done.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
So am I.
I wasn't listening. Did I interrupt something?
No, but did I interrupt something?
No, absolutely not, sir. I was just tuning in. I missed the spell.
Okay.
I see that you've been live for a couple hours now, and I just wanted to call in. I just felt like thanking you.
Okay, who are you?
I'm just a guy.
Wow, sounds like you're enjoying another guy. So that's why I said,
No.
did I interrupt anything?
No, sir.
No? I'll have you break character real quick.
I had a speech impediment. Sorry.
Is that what that is?
And I had a little bit to drink, to be honest.
Oh, wow. Sounding like you got like a tongue ring or something. And you're trying to get me excited.
No, I have a condition that I have an enlarged tongue. And
Wow. You have an enlarged tongue.
Yeah, it's a medical condition.
That's awesome. Have you used that to your advantage yet?
No, not really. It's actually bad.
Yeah, like you, when you laugh like that, I got a visual I didn't like, but I got you. I'm listening.
My apologies, sir.
Do you ever remember those commercials? Do you remember the commercial where they're like, this is your brain, and this is your brain on drugs? Do you remember those? I'm not saying you. That's how I feel right now about me. Because I don't trust anyone who comes to the channel off the jump and then talks this way. And then, of course, I'm like, oh, well, maybe he's just trolling. So I'm going to do it a different way. Would you like to go ahead and turn on your camera so I can get you on the show and you can be a participant on the show?
Well, like I said, I'm a bit nervous already. So
No, I know, but what would the camera
future-
do? Just probably make you feel a little bit more comfortable because now both of us will be together.
I mean, I'm not currently watching you. I'm just listening to the Discord.
That's awesome.
So it feels like a phone call.
Well, I'm more of a voyeur. I like to watch, so I'm just saying.
Is that your kink?
Yeah, that's my kink. Yeah, I like to watch dudes with big tongues.
Yeah.
So my next thing is, I know a speech therapist that could really help you out, but they obviously couldn't help me out because I have a lisp. And I don't have a big tongue, I don't think. I don't know. Let me ask my wife. But you own GameStop? Is that it?
I do own GameStop.
Wow. How long you been in GameStop?
I have for a long time.
What's a long time? Usually people know the date. You know, it's kind of like, how old's your kid? You'll be like 3 years. You don't say, oh, he's been alive for a long time.
2021.
2021.
It's been a long time.
When in 2021? I don't understand. What month?
I probably bought my first car in April. April 2021.
Wow, April. That's awesome. What else did you buy?
I bought a little bit of this and a little bit of that along the way.
How do you afford stock? Like, what do you do for a living?
I work for the DLC.
For the what?
Sorry. I work for the DOT.
The Department of Transportation?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Congratulations. How'd you interview?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I was wondering how you interviewed. Like in person, over the phone?
Oh, it was done in person, of course.
That's cool.
I know, listen, I know what you're thinking.
How do you know what I'm thinking?
I know, because you keep focusing on my speech impediment.
No, because I would think you have so much confidence to call into a show knowing that you're only going to speak. So my deal here is it's hard to trust people that come in this way.
Because you keep focusing on my speech impediment.
No, because I would think you have so much confidence to call into a show knowing that you're only going to speak.
What is happening?
Cash App, Cash App, you need to mute the show if you're going to be in the chat. They come in this way.
Because you keep focusing on impediment.
So I have to mute. Well, he left. There you go. We're fine. And don't let that guy back on the channel again. He's done. You don't come into the chat and type in that way and say nonsense. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I pray people report him like I will later. Anyway, back to you. What's your name?
My name is Carl.
Carl?
Carl with a C.
Carl, I'm gonna act like I believe you. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna act like I believe you. Because I once heard a guy who used to call into a show with boss blunts, who's absolutely ridiculous. So you say you buy into GameStop. Why do you still hold GameStop?
Well, I followed Supersonic for like quite a while, and I found you. I mean, I believe in GameStop.
That's so cool, man. You play games?
I used to when I was younger.
Yeah, how old are you?
I am 30 years old.
Wow, 30 years old. What year were you born?
94.
When's your birthday?
January 3rd. I'm a New Year's baby.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. Cash App, you want me to let you talk now, or what's up? You unmuted yourself? Because now you're muted, but you got to unmute yourself.
Oh, no, sorry, I'm a little new to Discord, but I've always watched you on YouTube.
Oh, cool. There you go. Yeah, it's okay. I muted the other guy. I can only take so much of somebody who has a broken tongue.
Sure. Yeah, same here. I used to watch Lightning Warrior. Used to be my guy, but off late you've been the guy. So
cool. Thank you.
Keep the morale up.
Yeah, I'm trying, but I do it a little different. I do it, interacting with people, and and I've been here a long time. I know that part, but I've got somebody who keeps coming to the chat and typing racial slurs in the chat, as if we're not going to block and ban him. But if he wants to keep making up Google accounts to come on in, we're going to get a lot of subscribers off this guy right here. So it's just not going to work. The guy with the speech impediment's a liar. His pattern and his pace was too good for what he's doing and or not good enough. If you're going to be 30 years old with an enlarged tongue and speak that way, you would have a different pace and a different talk at this time in your life. You wouldn't talk slow like you do. You could get out some stuff. Try it, guys. Try to go ahead and freeze your tongue and talk, and then see how you would come across. Your dialect and your inflection in your voice would be different. You would try to push out words that you can't. Not everything would sound the same. There's just a lot of things like that. But, don't try to train me up on it. What the hell do I know? I'm just one guy. But I'll just call your bullshit out right now. My favorite brother, you're muted. I don't want you in the chat. I don't want you in the channel. I just don't have time for trolls. So take off, bro. Kick rocks. Don't care. Anyway, Cashy App. Well, yeah, man. So I really appreciate you watching the show. That means a lot to me. And then obviously you've been watching a long time. How long you been in GameStop?
So I got in, after the sneeze. So it's been like I got in and out back then. But then at some point I got in along with AMC. I was not very sure.
We got a bag holder. Bag holder alert. Uh-oh. After the sneeze. Oh, boy. Whew.
That's more valuable than, hey, I want it tomorrow. Because now I got somebody new out here who's doing the due diligence, who's learning how to invest, who understands what private equity is. It's not just a buzzword. But you have to want to lead from the front. Red Chest Queen, I'm telling you right now, you're not built for this world. If you can't make it past a couple of years, 3 years to be exact, Ryan Cohen's been the CEO of GameStop for 134 days. And you're going to tell me, yeah, I can't. It's a PSYOP. Oh, yeah, the price. Oh, my God. Wait, what?
Well, how many, 100 and how many days?
Of GameStop for 134 days.
134 days. And no earnings calls. I wonder if they'll do one this time. When's the earnings? Oh, damn. Not for a while. Not for a while. Damn. Plenty of time for the price to come back down. Right? Oh, and then it'll probably do something like that, and then it'll do something like this, and it'll do something like that, and it'll do something. I mean, just based on what it has done. That wouldn't be that odd. Would it?
And you're going to tell me.
Yeah. 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 People are going to tell you a lot of stuff. And sometimes they're going to be right, actually. Yeah, they're going to tell you, and you're going to listen. You're going to listen.
Yeah, I can't. It's a PSYOP. Oh, yeah, the price. Oh, my God. Wait, what? You've never been through a hardcore marriage? Through a distance relationship? Through some kids that probably love you and love you again and don't love you again? And or you getting in an argument with your parent? What have you ever been through some rough shit?
That's, look at all these false analogies. For all men. Let's bring in all this unrelated shit. Let's compare it, investing to a fucking marriage. Fucking shit.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
You ever go to work and not want to be there? Like, those are all life things. I'm
sure Ryan Cohen does that every day.
I can't even go outside because I don't like this neighbor. Live in an apartment where the guy upstairs just blasts his music and you're hitting it with a broom all night. No, it's never been you. You've never lived this life.
But those are all choices that you made. Why would... What do you...
Where it's tough? Oh, I'm so sorry. You thought these billionaires were just going to give you the money. My bad. You thought they were just going to lay down because you made up a Reddit, a subreddit channel, and you put out some DD, and you said, this is what's about to happen, guys, all because you thought it was going to happen that way. Well, while you're playing cosplay and you're dressing up and doing your thing, I'm going to let you know what everyone else is doing. They're going back to work, and they're accumulating more shares, and they're doing the best they can with what they have around them. Because this American dream that you don't want to work for, that you gave up on because the psyop that was in front of you, invest past the psyop. Invest past the bullshit. Invest past the distractions. That's what I've been doing. Literally ranting for 3 years. And I'm like, I'm ranting. I know I'm ranting. I know I'm not for everybody. I know my delivery's not cut for you. Because I'm not cut for weak-ass people. I'm not for...
Oh, yeah. You're so strong.
Work harder than the next guy.
No, you won't.
And let that rub off on you.
You're a lazy fuck.
Not that, oh, well, the DD said.
What a clown. This guy's dangerous, man. This guy is a fucking loose cannon. I don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it. Yeah, no shit. Right? Model 3 dude, I was going to comment on that, and I was going to say, well, actually I was going to call him a LARP. But, you know, LARP. Oh boy.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Everyone that's against this relationship or thinks it's fake, they'll never go viral. The videos will never get the pub it deserves because people are involved in this psyop. I have to watch every video, every headline, read it. Taylor Swift is not a psyop. Taylor Swift is not a psyop. And it reminds me of something. You know, Kansas City making a Super Bowl. Is it scripted? Is it rigged? Travis Kelce getting a Pfizer commercial and Taylor Swift endorsing Joe Biden the last election. And then you that's bought out her whole catalog. The Carlyle Group, George Soros, you name it, the whole 9 yards. But I see it a whole different way. I see it because of what happened with GameStop and then what happened with AMC movie theaters. That's PSYOP. Private equity is involved at AMC. So I asked myself, how the hell did AMC get a movie deal, a distribution deal with Taylor Swift? How do you get into the same conversation at the same concerts? And I see everyone who goes to the concerts, and I see everyone who pays thousands of dollars. Adam Aaron, concerts. Bill Pulte, concerts. And they all push out this agenda that this young lady, who, yes, I grew up, and I mean, I've seen Taylor Swift over the last 10, 20 years evolve into something that you would never imagine, right?
It's kind of like Billie Eilish, where she won 4 Grammys and she can't sing at all. And she's just talking and mumbling through her damn song. She wins Grammys. You're like, how the hell did this get pushed on to people? I don't know. I don't know the psyops.
You don't know because you're in your fucking 40s. It's not marketed towards you, asshole. This is a narcissist right here. Wow. This is narcissism on display.
Way it's all worked out over all these years.
Holy fucking shit.
Aligned with political, I guess, elections, then you're going to see an outcome that's being supported by what? 20 and 30-year-olds, women that are appealed to vote in the same limelight, lined up with whoever Taylor's voting with. It's just an idea, but I tell you, the AMC distribution deal kind of told me everything. The fact that it's Taylor Swift,
did?
Beyonce, and that's what it is for a failed movie company to get these deals. And they're still going bankrupt. We get that part. But yeah, I've seen every headline where it says Taylor Swift is not a psyop.
Why does he look like and sound like he's on drugs right now? Like, I for real, like, this is like some incoherent, red-eyed rambling. What is wrong with this fucking guy?
Everyone has the same headline. Forget about GameStop. So let me know when these videos and this information gets out there, and I'll tell you Taylor Swift is really kissing Travis Kelce, i.e. they're a couple. Hey, let me ask you, how did the Kardashians, or whoever, the Jenners, how'd they do with Bad Bunny? You guys don't know about this? She's moved on now, the little Jenner. She moved on to someone else because her and Bad Bunny broke up. Bad Bunny was the flavor of the month. It's just a publicist manufactured outcome. And it's no different here. Same thing's happening with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Somebody needs to tell me how their love.
Jesus Christ.
I'm dying to know. Right. All right, guys. Good luck on the Super Bowl. I won't be watching. Chances are Kansas City's going to win. And Vivek Ramaswamy, it's a win for sure. It's guaranteed. But maybe they have to play.
Sounds like Morantz is wrong again. I mean,
and me?
No surprise there.
I understand it totally. Peace.
Yeah, so what happens then when San Francisco wins, and that throws the whole fucking private equity connect the dots bullshit right to the curb, right? Hey, Morantz, connect those dots, motherfucker. I can't wait to hear how he tries to talk himself out of that one, because you know the motherfucker will. It's not that he's wrong, see? It was a private equity fight. They got to him. Paulo got to Carlisle before. I don't even know. Yeah. Well, I don't care either way until now that San Francisco wins. So hopefully that's the case. And yeah, which one is that? Right here. I gotcha. This one here. Taylor Swift is fake. All right.
Couple of things, get some averages, and I'm telling you right now, people are going to lose bad. Couple of ways that you can win. The easiest way to win on this market, and don't take my financial advice, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. And you guys can say I'm crazy, but I'm not, because I've been here before.
No, you haven't.
I'm going to go leverage my position.
I don't know if I believe anything that this guy says. I think he's completely full of shit. From top to bottom. So I don't know if I believe this or not. But I guess, yeah, let's pretend that anything could be believed from this clown.
I'm going to go leverage my position. I'm going to hedge it with cash, and I'm going to buy the dip. I promise you. I'm going to take a loan out of my assets, which I already have processed right now. Fidelity telling me it's going to take me 10 days. I don't care. Take as long as you want, Fidelity. I'm loaning out of my position. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm loaning out on my own position. I pay myself.
The thing is, one reason I know he's a clown, besides what he just said, is the fact that he's saying it. The fact that he's telling us this. I don't know if it means that he's not doing it and it's bullshit, or if it means that he is and he's just an idiot. Either way, I don't know why in the world you would ever talk about this. This makes no sense rationally. So either way, whether it's real or not, it's fucking stupid.
Back the interest, and I'm taking that cash and I'm parking that bad bitch waiting with this dry powder because I feel we're near the top. Me personally. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But there's no way. These evaluations, these PE ratios, the earnings that don't exist, there's no way. I'm looking at it all on top. You want to know how bad it is?
Wait, so he's going to short the market? Is that what he's saying? He said we're near the top? He's saying that he doesn't trust the valuations and the PE ratio, so he's going to go short. Am I getting that right?
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying what are you saying? Huh?
That's true, yeah. He does talk about over leverage, yeah. Oh, buying more GameStop. Oh. I didn't realize he was talking about GameStop. I guess silly me.
Whoop. Hedge funds, and I say hedge funds loosely. The private equity firms have so much dry powder, guys. They're doing the same thing I'm doing. Or maybe I'm doing what they're doing. But they have so much dry powder right now on the sidelines, waiting for this to come down. I'm telling you, there's no deals to be made. No one's selling at this top. You know why? Because interest rates. You're not selling right now. Housing right now, 6.5. You're not selling anything right now because you're not going to get back into a new lease with these rates that are holding up commercial and residential. Not going to happen. So I'm getting out. It's already processed. I guarantee you it's already processed. The money hits my account tomorrow. So leveraging that, gonna sit back, see what comes my way. I already told my wife. I'm giving her 5 figures to sit on. I'm telling you right now, I don't care, guys. I have nothing to hide from you. I said, hey, if I give you 5, you be good? She said, yeah. Let's be fair. Let's say a real number. I'm giving.
Yeah, this is the dumbest
10 grand. You'll be good. Now I get to do what I want with my money.
Idea ever.
But I promise you this: bring that GameStop all the way down. Bring it down to $12. Bring it down to $11. Bring it down to $10.
Mm-hmm.
Change my life. That's how I feel about it. I'm not crazy.
He's so full of shit.
Interest rates aren't going.
I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Yeah. Who says that? Who says that? I'm not crazy.
Change my life.
Listen to this fucking little fucking soliloquy he does here.
All the way down. Bring it down to $12. Bring it down to $11. Bring it down to $10. I'm going to change my life. That's how I feel about it. I'm not crazy. Interest rates aren't going down. Why should everything be so bloated? You know, I know a housing guy.
What?
I know a housing guy really well. He just bought his second home.
Wait, hold on.
Bloated, crazy. Interest rate. That's how I feel about it. I'm not crazy. Interest rates aren't going down. Why should everything be so bloated? You know,
Oh, they're not going down, huh? They're not going down. They'll never go down. Why should things be so bloated? Isn't he aware of this saying the market can remain retarded for longer than you can stay solvent, even on leveraged cash? What the fuck, man? Oh my God.
I know a housing guy. I know a housing guy really well. He just bought his second home. Think about how crazy this is in a way, okay? He buys his second home. He now has $6,600 in mortgage a month. I said, how the hell are you going to pay for that? It's like, no, I'm going to rent it out. I'm going to Airbnb it. I'll figure it out. And I'm just like, what are you doing? It's like, no. All the interest is a write-off. I'll pay. I'm going to pay the extra. I'll refinance. Rates are going to come down because of the election. They're going to come down, so I'll refinance. I said, so let me get this right. You're going to get into a house right now, today, and then you're going to refinance in 6 months, in 9 months. And somewhere in there, you feel like you're going to develop some type of equity. No, I don't care about the equity. No, you're going to give it all back. I'm not crazy here. When interest rates come down, housing prices go down. They're not going to go up. It's going to be the total opposite. And here's why. Because people are going to start selling. It's going to be the inverse. People are going to start selling because people are finally going to be able to afford a home. Well, guess what happens? Now we have an increase in inventory. And now people are going to have to start.
Not if there's a recession, bro.
Sell their home.
And unemployment goes up.
I lived 2009. I lived 2010. I lived 11 and 12. I didn't read books on it.
Ooh. Dick. Yeah, what about all the other things that happened? How many fucking people who couldn't afford a home before bought a fucking home in 2008 or 9 after they lost their fucking job and their home? What are you talking about? Clown.
Well, I have read books on it. But maybe I'm crazy.
Maybe.
High dep, whenever you have a significant amount, you can call up your broker. That's all I can tell you. Y'all are nuts. Everyone has a home at 2 and 3%. High dep, you think so? Oh, I just saw a guy buy a home for 6.5. High dep, you think so? I just saw a guy buy a home for 6.5. Literally. He says, yeah, it's now or never.
Some people have to.
A hole in his pocket. And I couldn't believe it. Dude's got 6 figures cash laying around. And he's like, yeah, no, I gotta spend this money. I was like, no, you don't. Trust me, I've preached GameStop to him, preached market, stocks, everything. Guys, when the SPY and the whole S&P is at an all-time high, think about this. All-time high, and GameStop's at an all-time low, this is an easy buy. You're buying GameStop over Microsoft every day of the week. Who's paying $404 for Microsoft? You're crazy. You guys are crazy. Microsoft has done nothing in the last 3 years.
What?
Development-wise, they bought stuff. They bought Blizzard, but they have done nothing, yet lay off people. And you're going to tell me that price has gone from $238 all the way to $404. And
I really can't stand when people say stuff like, and you're going to tell me? Yeah, actually, I am going to tell you. I am going to fucking tell you. And like I said before, you're going to fucking listen. Not really. But, yeah. Microsoft. Hell of a company, right?
But they have done nothing, yet lay off people. And you're going to tell me
nothing but lay off people.
238 all the way to 404 in those 3 years. No way. No way. Yeah, you do pay tax on it twice. It's absolutely ridiculous. You pay interest to yourself, so it's free money. Correct, Challenger. We know. I'm telling you right now, and you'd be amazed what I'm paying for my loan. It's nothing. I was like, how much? He was like, yeah, we can do it. We'll do it for, he goes, 10%. I go, 10%. So you mean to tell me I'm only going to pay $100 for X amount of months? He's like, or you can pay it off early.
So, I mean, here's the thing about somebody like Marantz Rants, right? He's so lazy. He's so fucking lazy. And he spouts off. He is so narcissistic and overconfident that, you know, he couldn't possibly be wrong, right? He doesn't need to look things up. He just says them and they're right. Or are they? Well, no, they're not. This is embarrassing as fuck, man. Here's the chart from Microsoft. Okay? And on the top, we're looking at the daily price chart, candles, right? You know what? I'm just going to make it a line. We don't even need a fucking candle. Who needs a candle? And I'm going to light some candles from rants here because this is, you know, this should be a nail in that coffin if we, you know, again, if we lived in a fair society, but whatever. This is all it takes. I mean, this shit debunks itself. I mean, we're not even talking about AMC or a meme stock here. But do I need to explain what we're looking at here? This is the price chart on the top. The price. He was complaining about something or other. He was running his mouth. Let me go back here.
So it's free money. Correct, Challenger. We know, I'm telling you right now, and you'd be amazed what I'm paying for my loan.
Go back here.
You're crazy. Think about this. All-time high? Trust me, I've preached GameStop to him, preached Mark. Like the money was itching a hole in his pocket. You're buying GameStop over Microsoft every day of the week. Who's paying $404 for Microsoft? You're crazy. You guys are crazy. Microsoft has done nothing in the last 3 years, product development wise. They bought stuff, they bought Blizzard, but they have done nothing, yet lay off people. And you're going to tell me that that price has gone from $238 all the way to $404 in those 3 years? No way. No way. Yeah, you do pay tax on it twice. It's absolutely ridiculous. You pay interest to yourself, so it's free money.
So, yeah, as you can see, this line here is 2 years ago, or the end of beginning of 2021. So 3 years ago. Whatever. I mean, 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago was around 300. Anyway. And yeah, I mean, sure. Let's split the difference. We'll go mid 2021. 280, whatever. Sure. Prices has doubled, roughly. There to here. Now, this bottom portion is showing us gross profit per quarter by quarter. So, mid 2021, around 30 billion. Right now, 42 billion. Can I do this here? Will this work? Yeah, it works. That's an increase of 11.8 billion, or nearly 40%. And the stock price is up 48%. What's the problem? So, I mean, clearly they have done something. And they're collecting they're making 40% more in profit. Yeah, not so much when we look at GameStop, huh? What in the fucking hell are you talking about? My rants. So full of shit. Microsoft has done nothing in the last 3 years. Last 2 years. That's fucking funny. That is fucking funny. Can't even be bothered to look beyond a simple price chart. You throw gross profit on there. I mean, look at this. Look at back in pre-pandemic, around 20 billion in gross profit. So they've more than doubled since then in gross profit. And I that's just an easy measurement to pick. You can use whatever you want in TradingView. It's all here. You want to look at margin, gross or operating. There's operating margin. There's gross margin. And it's basically, holding steady or up. So you can get all these indicators on here, which is pretty cool. Best gaming company, they could buy GameStop if they wanted to, out of spite. So, return on invested capital, price to sales ratio, price to earnings ratio. As far as I know, there's not a great easy way to duplicate from one chart to the next, but well, I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure that I'm missing gross missing gross profit over here. It's not like there is any really, but all these. Okay, well, anyway, it's not going to be in the same place. Unfortunately, it's at the bottom here. I don't think I can drag this, no. And I'm not going to do each one. Anyway, so yeah, I'm probably gonna if it came down to it, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm buying Microsoft. I'm not buying it, but if it comes down to it, I am. You know, I'm sorry, I'm looking at gross profit that's going down. I mean, going down. Return on invested capital is still it's negative. I mean, look at these numbers. Negative operating margin. Guess I don't have I don't have operating margin over on this side now. Well, anyway, you get the point. There we go. You know, are you going to go with a company that's running at a 43.5% operating margin or negative 1.3%? If we're going to go down that road, you don't want to go down that road. But you don't even need all this. You don't even need all that. I think that right there says it all. Says it all.
Money, correct, Challenger. We know. I'm telling you right now, and you'd be amazed what I'm paying for my loan. It's nothing. I was like, how much?
Yeah, I know. But the point wasn't so much to do that. It was just to illustrate how simple it would have been for Morantz to do something, anything, before saying what he just said. But it is a bit absurd. It's all absurd. Hey, but hey, if you're getting free money to borrow, God, if you're borrowing free money to buy stocks, what the fuck? Why not? I guess, right? God damn. So, Ken Griffin confirmed. What does that mean? Ken Griffin confirmed to exist? God, look at all this. Who's this? Oh, okay. It's nice and short.
AMC stock tomorrow, Monday, is it a buy or a sell at the same exact point? Disclaimer, this is not financial advice. This is going to be some crazy stuff that you're going to see in the next 1 minute, so watch it till the end. And first things on the list, context, my strategy is actually a strategy that has given me thousands of wins in 2023 and have all the results to back it up on my YouTube channel. With AMC, we had this good impulsive move right here. I would say that this is a kind of a range shift, but ultimately comes back down to this supply area right here. Right, so this is how my technical analysis overall looks like. Previously, I'm 3 out of 3 originating rank from like 1st of September and like 31st of August. Somewhere like late August, I made this bearish prediction. Then somewhere in November, I made this prediction. And then in December, I also made this low prediction. You can check out all the videos, pause the videos, and check out the links. On the other side right here, this is the exact prediction that I made right now. Okay, so the only way for me to be bearish at the same exact moment is if the price gives me the double breaks that I'm bearish on lower. I mean, from how we're sitting at the moment, this is the low that I want to see a break from. But if the price goes past this, then this is going to be the low that I want to see a break from. So it really depends. This is why I'm just kind of waiting and not marking anything for tomorrow. I have nothing to sell you. If you want to check out my strategy for free, check it out below.
Well, that was actually a bit refreshing. We have to wait and see, and then they will trade based on that. Imagine that. Is the data wrong? Oh my God. Data's wrong. It's all fake. Apes changed everything. I searched for AMC, not AMX. Thanks, Google. Oh, it's actually looking pretty good for AMC stock right now, he says. Creative.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to
9 minutes and I'm gone.
The channel. Here in this video, we are going to get into all of your AMC stock news that you need to know today and what's going on with AMC stock right now with the data and what happened last week. So let's get started. Hit the like button and or subscribe.
Oh, also, confirmed lives with his parents, or at least with his sister. Saw a one of his pieces earlier, and she was back there cooking. What was she making? A seafood boil. He is from Michigan, so. But yeah, this is not the video, but just passing that along. That's an observation, not a judgment call.
Subscribe to the channel or both if you're feeling freaky today and want to do something that costs free $99. It's kind of a privilege when you're taxed on your money, and then you're taxed on your house, and then you're taxed on your car and taxed to drive the roads. You can
see he's from Michigan. Listen to him.
Let's get into it. AMC stock was up 7% on Friday. AMC stock has bounced quite a bit from of $3.58 per share. I've been calling for this for a while, but I do think this is probably a
you don't say
sustainable bounce. It all depends on what Adam Aaron does, what the earnings have in store for us. And I don't think it's really about the earnings. Let's be honest. Earnings will be later this month. I don't think anyone's going to be super surprised if Adam Aaron and AMC say, hey, 2024 is going to be a rough year. Right. We kind of know that. As long as AMC does not go back to losing hundreds of millions of dollars a quarter, if they can keep that loss like 40 to 80 million a quarter, that would be, I think, okay to the market. Still not wonderful, but, you know, as long as it's not going to be an utter disaster, I think we're pretty well braced for that. And I think AMC stock priced that in, be it it's $4.38 per share. There's no fluff in AMC. There's no hype in AMC. You are getting the stock at a fundamental valuation. Now, that's specifically why I actually like
this really
right here, is because there's no fluff. There's no
a fundamental valuation.
What the potential.
Yeah. Where is that? Where is that thing? I thought about
the price is wrong, bitch.
Or
ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
Yeah, or something like that.
Is for AMC and the attention and fluff that could get into AMC stock. For good reason, there is no fluff in AMC though, right? For every, you know, causation, there's a reaction, or however that saying goes. And the reason why that is there's no fluff is Adam Aaron has been selling stock like he's drunk. I mean, just drunk one day. Ooh,
oh, really?
Sell 40 million shares. Let's convert 25 million of equity and pay off our debt and just convert the debt into equity.
Oh,
he's been doing it at like the worst times ever as well. So AMC has been a very easy short here, but I do think it's
well, it's never a good time in the ape's eyes. It's never a good time. It's always right when the stock was about to run. Oh, it was about to run, and Adam Aaron killed the squeeze again. Except it's never been about to run. And if Adam Aaron hadn't done the dilution, it would have run the other way, down, lower. So, or it would have taken a red-eye flight to the OTC markets, a one-way flight to the OTC markets.
Inevitable. I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again, so I don't want to stick on it too long. We are going to get a commitment to not seeing dilution. Adam Aaron is not going to be able to dilute shareholders, because if he does, then AMC stock's going to fall likely into the $2 range. And then at that point,
you'll be closer to a fundamental valuation. But why would he care? If it's a choice between that and not raising money or whatever, I mean, he kind of has no choice. Institutional investors are not looking at this the same way. And that's who he's courting, not retail.
Ever getting the stock up. Let's be honest. If AMC falls to the $1, $2 range, it is going to be astronomically hard to get AMC stock higher. And it's almost like a curse and a blessing at this point.
But it's not at $4. It's not at $4, but at $2 it is. Okay, I don't see the logic there.
Forced to get AMC stock higher, even though he would love to continue to sell stock to you on the markets and dilute you. He cannot do that. Okay, he has to get AMC stock higher to sell debt, sell equity at higher prices to be able to survive as a company. And that's why Adam Aaron has shown his frustration on X a couple of times. So those are reasons why I do think this rally is sustainable. We will be getting a commitment to not diluting shareholders likely here soon. It's the only real card that they can pull to get AMC stock higher. And I think that's a checkmate to the short sellers.
Well, I mean, there's nothing that they can do anyway, because again, the reason the outlook is poor is because of the actions, what happened last year, what happened with the writer's strike and the actor's strike. So that set everything back. There's nothing that anybody can do about that. So there's nothing that anybody can do unless you're talking about artificially pumping it up. Why would you want that? Why would you want that? Unless you're a short seller, in which case you could capitalize on it. That's why this is not a sustainable rally. If you even want to call it a rally. I mean, look at that. That's not a fucking rally. This is sideways trading. But in his eyes, it's a fucking rally, I guess, because it's green. Okay, whatever. Not sustainable. What is it based on? Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. In fact, a lot of people see it as worse now, or going to be worse, because of the shift in sentiment about the interest rate cuts and a recession on the horizon, whatever. Sustainable fucking rally. Give me a fucking break.
Last week, AMC stock up 7% on Friday, the day before that.
I mean, that's what he has to say. That's how you get. Wow, that's not very many views. Never mind. That's how you get 20,000 subscribers, I think.
4%.
I don't know. Obviously, I don't know.
But the day before that, on February 6th, you were up about 11%. So, yeah, a little bit of
11%.
Hopefully.
11%, right? Oh, yeah. Amazing. Amazing double-digit gains on that day. Christ. Look at this. Amazing gains of 10.9% or 40 cents. 40 fucking cents. Yeah, I see why you talked about it as 11% instead of 40 cents.
It turns into more of a blessing here over the next couple of weeks. Now, let's take a look at the Ortex data. Keep in mind, I don't think these numbers are accurate, but these are the numbers people are going to look at when AMC stock starts to get some more fluff into it.
Perception is reality, isn't it?
AMC and the potential for a short squeeze. They're going to look at the Ortex data. They're going to look at their
No, they're not. Well, they might actually.
AMC.
They're stupid. Why are you doing that? Why are you trying to catch a short squeeze? Especially one on this. Now that reminds me, somebody mentioned Model 3 dude, I think. Why is Tony mentioning this? I don't know, but it's interesting though. This is from yesterday? No, Friday. Short interest in AMC has increased in the last 30 days from 8% to over 12%. I see a lot of people focusing on the numeric quantity of shares short. That, for me, is irrelevant data. I only look at the percentage of the float. Told my subscribers and viewers a few months ago, based on projected box office, to expect an increase in SI percentage from the then 6% to much higher levels as we finish Q4 and Q1. So pretty much going as I expected. Brilliant. Shorts bets are on poor Q4 and Q1 box office. Any surprise good news announcement makes this a bad bet. Otherwise, they will continue to keep the price in this range through more shorting. We'll see what happens over the next few weeks and months as we approach earnings. Then Dune 2 release. Well, let's get the Dune 2 release out of the way. Nobody cares. It doesn't matter. Movies don't fucking matter. No single film matters. So let's just forget about that right there. Any surprise good news announcement? I don't know what that could be. That's the nature of a surprise, I guess. But I'm skeptical, though, that would make it a bad bet. Because we see plenty of times negative reactions from positive events, news, catalysts, whatever. So no, I don't think that it makes it that's rather a conclusive statement. Any surprise good news announcement makes this a bad bet. No, it doesn't. Not necessarily. And furthermore, I mean, is anything really good or bad universally? Something that's good for one group is potentially bad for another, or vice versa. What he considers to be good could actually be bad. So you see where I'm going? No, it's not necessarily a bad bet. Otherwise, here we go with they, will continue to keep the price in this range through more shorting. Well, I don't think that short selling is used that way, is it? Is it really? Is that what we're alleging? Is that what we think? That we're going to control the price, and if we need it to go down, we'll short it. So we'll pay money, we'll spend money to make the price stay at a range. Not so sure about that. I mean, I don't know, but I just don't have evidence to suggest that, especially in this. I don't know. Maybe it's just that nobody's buying it. Maybe it's just that institutions aren't buying it. Institutional investors are not buying it. Funds aren't buying it, except the ones that need to buy it. And retail investors, of course, are relevant. So I'm not really digging most of this so far. Just objectively here, a lot of, I mean, we started from the bottom, and we're just, kind of going through it. I don't think that, they keep the price in this range through more shorting. Not buying that. Based on projected box office to expect an increase in SI from the then 6 to much higher levels as you finish. Okay, well, you got me on that one. You're right. So hopefully that meant that, he shorted it, I guess. I don't know if that's what that means or not. Short bets are on poor Q4 and Q1 box office. Maybe. Maybe it's also on inability to pay the debt going forward. I mean, let's not forget about the financial dire straits. I mean, touting paying off $25 million of debt when you got $5 billion, not really a great look. Focusing on the numeric quantity of shares short, that's irrelevant data. I would agree with that, because when the float is 500 million, one share represents a different amount of equity. Now you have a lot fewer shares. One share represents a lot higher amount of equity. So a lower short interest is equal to a higher short interest in the higher float. And so that's the scale that you're on. So looking at the percentage of the float is probably the best way to do it. Not looking at days to cover, not looking at any of those other garbage made up indicators. What percentage of the float is currently sold short in an open short position? We only get that data twice a month, and it's outdated by the time it's released. So, who knows what it is right now? Then, basically, but see if we can decipher this graph here. Exchange reported short interest. It's these two data points here. So this is like the 10 or whatever, and this is the 11 or 12, or no, not 12, 11, I guess, a little over 11. Is that what he said? over 12. Well, it's not what it says here. What am I missing here? This line right here. This green 12, this is the scale for this green line. This point right here is below 12. It's below 12. Below 12. And yeah, you could say, well, the red line is the Ortex estimated short interest percentage of free float. Okay. But the Ortex estimate has consistently been below where the green line actually is. So if that holds true, and the green line and the red line right here is right at 12, it goes above it, but it comes right back down. It's basically right at 12. And of course, this is cut off, so we don't know bottom scale. We don't even know, but that's the 11% day right there, I think. Yeah, right. It's 11% day. So what I'm saying is, in typical clown form, where is it? In typical clown fashion. Sorry, calling it as I see it. We have a disingenuous statement. Because, no. In the last 30 days, further disingenuity, because I don't have the x-axis, so I don't have the time axis, so I can't say for sure. I can correlate it to another chart, but I shouldn't have to do that. But looks like this was Thursday. So we're not seeing Friday. Why are we not seeing Friday? I mean, the tweet was from Friday afternoon. Okay, I don't know. I'm just going to stop trying to figure this out and just say that in true disingenuous fashion, we have a cut-off screenshot. Does not show one of the axes. Okay, that's clownery number one. Okay, then the tweet itself. 8%. 8% is down here. I'm not seeing 8% on this chart indicated anywhere. 8% is below this line. Nothing on this chart is below that line. Even going over. You thought I was going to have to eat my crow there, huh? No. It doesn't go below. How many days is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 22, 3. 23 days? Okay, but that's all we've got. That's all we've got. That's all it shows. So, not showing 30 days, Tone. So, I don't know. So, this chart does not show going from 8% to over 12. It doesn't. So, if this holds true that the estimated will be below the actual and the estimated is 12, then maybe it will be. Maybe. But we don't have that data, I don't believe. It's not on here. Don't see it. So anyway, somebody asked me to look at that tweet. I looked at it. Made another enemy. Oh, wait. Never mind.
Be it it's 7% or 20% makes a very big difference on whether people want to jump into a potential short squeeze trade, right?
I don't think so.
Really doesn't entice anyone.
I don't think so.
Even 12% is decent, but I do think it will continue to trend higher to probably about 20 over, the next 1 to 2 months. I do think the short interest free float is around 200%, but that's just my personal opinion.
What basis is there for that? Where are you getting that? You think it's 200? It's not. It's 12. What do you? I think it's actually closer to 2. Get the fuck out of here. That's it. That's oh God. Where's Stocks and Crypto Plays? Sorry. Stocks and crypto creep. Is he talking about AMC still? I'm talking about AMC stock. Oh my God. A little bit.
Hey friends, welcome to Stocks and Crypto Plays. I'm talking about AMC stock. We had a nice little pump today, up 7% on AMC.
From Friday.
The question is though, is AMC stock a buy right now? Investors.com has a brand new article today that just dropped. It says the recent drop in price follows a 1-for-10 reverse split, which we know about. On January 2nd, Riley Securities said it maintains a neutral rating on AMC stock, but lowered its price target to 12 from 15. Wow. How would you like AMC stock to be at $12 right now? That'd be a lot better.
Yeah, but you'd still be losing money.
Even though that's still super low. That's like
Yep.
But it would be better. This story examines fundamental tech, fund ownership factors.
Never wanted to see
theaters,
$1.20
screens,
so bad in their lives.
Color on the Q3 results. So they're talking about our most recent results that were announced prior to the new ones that are coming up. How does that affect the question to is AMC a buy right now? The company reported net income of $12.3 million in third quarter, vast improvement from a net loss of $227 million a year earlier. AMC also said it achieved diluted earnings of 8 cents a share versus a net loss of $2.20 a share. That's a massive improvement, like such an improvement beyond all imagination, isn't it? If you think about that, read it and think about it. Adjusted EBITDA, earnings before interest and taxes, jumped to $193 million from a negative $12 million a year ago. Cash and cash equivalents stood at $730 million as of September 30. CEO Chairman Adam Aron noted that the Q3 success came at a time when our attendance at the domestic box office in the quarter was still 16% below comparable 2019 levels. Aron cited the revenue contribution per patron jumped 30% versus 2019. Interesting. Aron also highlighted
revenue per patron. Yeah, what a useless fucking figure. Revenue per patron. I mean, let's laugh. Really, Adam Aron touts the revenue per patron figure. I mean, what a clown. What a fucking clown. Of course the revenue per fucking patron is higher. Revenue. What about gross profit per fucking patron? Calculate that. Let's hear that one. Revenue per fucking patron. What a joke.
Performing movie theaters, opening higher revenue chain cinemas.
These corporate fucking brain dead fucking shills. I swear to God, and I'm talking about Adam Aron here. What? It's so fucking stupid. Corporate America is so silly.
Theaters, opening higher revenue chain cinemas, and a continued focus to manage expenses in a challenging inflationary environment. Wall Street currently sees AMC posting a net loss of $1.55 a share this year, down from $3.02, and a net loss of $1.65 in 2024, down mildly from an earlier estimate of $1.82 negative. In 2022, AMC posted a full-year adjusted net loss of $6.95 a share versus a net loss of $11 in 2021. Okay, so now they say Taylor Swift Mania moves to AMC theaters, which that's been over with since August, but it says during trading on August 31st, stock rose more than 6% after the announcement of Taylor Swift tour 4 times each day from Thursday through Sunday, right? Okay, the movie launched officially on Friday the 13th. Ticket prices range from $19.89 to $13.13 for children. Okay. In anticipation of the first day of advanced tickets, AMC bolstered its ticket server capacity to handle more than 5 times its traffic.
Hopefully they downscaled.
September 1st, company reported.
Hopefully they downscaled on that.
Shattered records.
They don't need that anymore. They can scale back on that, cut some costs there. Don't need to accept 5 times the ticket sales anymore.
Single day sales of 26 million.
Oh God, what a waste.
AMC announced that the Eras Tour movie officially became highest grossing. We already know all that. Meanwhile, the company
and it did nothing.
Renaissance, Beyonce globally on December 1st. However, even after news of the Swift movie, AMC stock still crashed more than 71% in August. Wow. It marked the worst drop in single month for AMC stock, deeper than even the 49% drubbing it took the month ended March 2020. Keep in mind that the blockbuster movies or TV shows that don't necessarily lead to an equally sizable windfall for the theater operations. Robert, author of Marketing to Moviegoers, told IBD that
it's like he's hearing about all this stuff for the first time. He's like, wait, what? What? It dropped? It dropped?
Exceeds from ticket sales of blockbuster movies goes disproportionately to Hollywood distributors because theater percentage of ticket revenue diminishes on a percentage basis. That's true. So that's, you have to split up the money. So that kind of hurts too. AMC shares plunged another 36% in September last year to 7.99. 33% gain in October was pleasant to see. AMC stock gave back all that rebound in November. Over a 2-year period on September 6 through 7, stock fell 43% after the company announced a plan via a filing in Exchange Commission to sell up to 40 million in additional common shares. Volume skyrocketed to 85 million shares during the September 6 sell-off, a clear sign that institutions unloaded shares. Turnover jumped to the highest amount so far this year and almost 8 times the stock's average turnover of the past 50 sessions. Ahead of the offering, the company showed 158 million shares outstanding. A new share offering can dilute the stock. According to Market Smith, AMC now has 198.4 million shares outstanding. That's according to Market Smith. I don't know who that is. AMC stock today. Okay. Then it goes on to talk about Ape, which we already know. I'm just going to skip that. We know the whole Ape fiasco.
Thank God.
Will the shorts cover AMC stock this year? I know everybody wants to know that, right? Even though an epic short squeeze rally hit overdrive in January 2021, AMC stock still attracted short sellers during the summer of that year. Now, after a bruising decline since that spring of 21, have the shorts let up? Let's first revisit the run during the meme stock of 2021. AMC obliterated the short sellers, rising as much as 203%. Weekend June 4th, AMC stock almost 50.
Oh boy, I'm not. I think we have him sped up a little bit. No, we don't. I'm not gonna fact check this narrative that he's reading here, mostly because it's not his narrative, and I don't have time. I already said I was gonna be gone 19 minutes ago, so now we'll be gone in 11 minutes. But yeah, not so sure about some of that stuff there. Not so sure.
Up 100%.
I mean, he's reading a media article, so we shouldn't be sure anyway, but...
January 2021. Okay, I'm going to skip past most of this.
Good.
Okay, key IBD ratings. AMC's ratings and IBD stock checkup are still showing extremely bearish tints. They include an improved 70 earnings per share rating on a scale of 1 to 99, up sharply from 23 in recent months. Prior to the Q4 report, AMC's EPS score stood at 42. A 25 composite rating on a scale of 1 to 99 has inched higher in recent days, remaining desperately low. Back in February 2023, it stood at 76. When choosing growth stocks for the biggest potential gains based on the key elements of IBD's growth stock paradigm, focus on those with a composite rating of 90 or higher. Okay.
So IBD, investors, business, and investors...
is better.
Business Daily, I think.
Industry groups show an improved ranking lately. At number 22 among IBD's 197 industry groups in terms of 6-month price-weighted performance, the group had risen to as high as 20th during the summer of last year. Check the daily price-weighted performance of all IBD industry groups, plus rankings based on 6 months performance. All right. AMC stock relative strength is sinking again, they say. I'm going to skip past that. I'm going to skip a lot more. Is it a buy or sell now, they're saying? Well, it says we're at 99% below its split adjusted high of 393 set on June 2nd, 2021. They're saying the stock needs to bottom out first. Did it? That's a question we need to know. I think it
did it. Oh, yeah.
It says AMC will need weeks, if not months, to build a proper new base in bullish fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. An excellent big boys and girls on Wall Street are more inclined to buy
Rut-row on Bitcoin.
and not dump them once a strong chart pattern has been established.
But what was this?
Targeting breakouts traders the best opportunity to reap gains at the start of the potential big run. So at this point,
Rut-row. Oh no, you didn't. Oh no, look at that. Oh.
AMC stock.
Oh.
Shares need to do 4 things now.
So he just said, Investor Business Daily says AMC stock is not a buy. I just wanted to point that out. That's different than saying sell your shares. Right, Donnie? That's not the same thing. So they're not the ones telling people to sell their shares. I don't know who is.
Rise above the 10-week moving average. Overcome a new overhead supply of disgruntled holders.
Overhead supply. Wow. Now we have the MSM using our term, overhead supply. It's not our term, but I am aware of one other individual on YouTube using that term to describe bag holders, dementia sufferers. And it happens to be the person that I got the term from. So anyway, I just think that's fascinating. I'm absolutely fascinated by that.
It's not a buy. Shares need to do 4 things now. Rise above the 10-week moving average. Overcome a new overhead supply of disgruntled holders. Present.
I mean, I don't know why he's laughing. We've had that on our chart for a long time, even though it's not on the chart anymore right now. I don't think. Oh, it is. Okay, good. It is. Got the overhead supply zone. We've got the bounded polygon region here. And we've got a mean we've got a mean distance from current to the middle of the overhead supply zone of about $200 or about 5,600% at these price levels. And yes, he did say overhead supply of disgruntled holders, which is fantastic. That's a fantastic characterization. But, you know, it's interesting because when you look at this, I'm looking at the volume down here, and I'll tell you what, let me do you one better here. And put the volume on a separate pane, because it is a pane. Well, I guess I didn't need to do that. I could have just done this. New pane below. You know, and let's see, what can we do with volume? If you make that 1, should basically make a line. Yes, I just want a line of the volume. I don't want the bars. There we go. Now, what we're going to do is we're looking at do this here. Oops. So what we're trying to do is the new brand of cycle theory called volume cycle analysis, but I can't seem to. Oh, they're stifling my innovation. Why you got to stifle my innovation? The disgruntled holders are the overhead supply. Yes. I think they probably said it that way because most people aren't familiar with the term overhead supply. So a little, you know, there's a little explanatory, extra, parenthetical, superfluous for us. Well, I was kidding about the volume analysis, cycle analysis, but you know, it is rather interesting when you look at these pops and the volume. And this is all adjusted to the new float level, right? So it's all in the same scale, same proportionality. So it's wild. This almost like this is a big old negative divergence there between the volume, right, and the price. And for that matter, you should be able to see it on this. Well, no. No, you can't. Because there's more accumulated volume here. So that's not valid. OBV, rarely useful. Okay. Now, this is... I'm pulling this right straight out of my asshole, but it may be valid, actually. So I'm just noting. You had the price massively jump up on less volume, right? We talk about moves on low volume and stuff like that. Are they willing and able to stick? Less likely probably to stick. You know. This move here, the first one, the first move. I mean, let me get back here right before it. You know, obviously the volume was lower. Way lower, like an order of magnitude lower. So if you look at this, let's just say from here, there, and here, from here to here, right? This is over here, I guess. From here. Those go in the same way, so that there's no divergence. They agree. They're in agreement. They're in agreement with each other. And so this price level here, you know, hangs out for a bit. Well, it turns out that, you know, we also, the stock also, this is the bounded polygon region right here. Same thing. Same region. So there's something about those prices there, perhaps, right? And when you look at a volume profile chart, bars here on the right, we see that, well, actually we have the most trading having occurred at this point down here. And it's only been since last August. That, I mean, look at all of that trading. I mean, this is 1.3 billion on each side. So, you know, about roughly 3 billion shares in the new float. This was suspect from the beginning. Retroactively now, it seems almost, should be. Uh-oh. Well, doesn't mean Marantz is right. So this could be trusted. And indeed, it was, revalidated. Here, in the bounded polygon, but then it was lost, and then now you've re-solidified this region down here as a new kind of home base. So I don't know if it's going to go lower or higher, but this is interesting here, how this is kind of the opposite. Go in here and we go back to daily. That's good. Just interesting to see all these areas of this is increased volume, but on a different size float. So it says 262. I thought it was 190 something. Interesting. Well, I think it only has a yearly, only have an annual number here on this indicator. Yeah, it's way off. Actually, I mean, it should have a figure there, but because it should be different. But anyway, best thing to do there would be to go to the SEC. But and go to Edgar, but what do we got here? Boss Blunts. Who did the Pumper Bowl? Who made that? This is for MMTLP, looks like. Huh. So, last thing here. Oh, well. Ken Griffin confirmed. I mean, what does that even mean? Ken Griffin confirmed? He confirmed what?
No. I played meme stocks. All right, so I've been
not
through
quite
that journey. This is nothing like that moment in time.
Let me tell you why Kenny G is not happy about this particular interference from the Federal Reserve. Let me tell you why. So the Federal Reserve actually flagged this particular transactions and this particular arbitrage trade. Basis trade simply over leverage particular position between the cash and the future prices of the treasuries. And the big issue over here that you're probably not gonna hear from Kenny itself is that the Federal Reserve actually advocates for additional margin to be provided when things actually go south. Federal Reserve advocates for more robust risk management practices. This includes collection of margin to mitigate counterparty risks.
Talk about the treasury market because it's behaving a little bit like a meme stock. It's one of the most volatile markets here.
No. I played meme stocks. All right, so I've been
not
through
quite
that journey. This is nothing like that moment in time.
But it is quite volatile, and I'm wondering to what extent it does concern you that treasuries are moving around so drastically.
It's just that simple.
So the reason I'm asking this is because with this great attempt to clamp down on the basis trade by regulators, would that really constrain how much hedge funds are stepping in to buy treasuries?
Nice edit there. So we missed something. Catch that? Listen.
Treasuries are moving around so drastically.
It's just that simple.
So the reason treasuries are moving around so drastically.
It's just that simple.
Right there.
So the reason I'm asking.
It's just that simple. It makes no sense in context. Something was before that we didn't hear. Bullshit.
Asking this is because with this great attempt to clamp down on the basis trade by regulators, would that really constrain how much hedge funds are stepping in to buy treasuries just as they're being issued?
Well, I mean, here's what's going to happen. The cost of doing that trade for the real money account will go up. So the return hurdle they need to earn to move from treasuries into corporates will go up, which makes the cost of capital higher for corporate America, which reduces economic growth, all right? The trade will end there. The trade will end by real money managers committing less money to corporate America. That's what's going to happen here. The hedge fund community, in some sense, just provides intermediation between access to
except
funding
the
markets.
problem is, as we're seeing, corporate America doesn't like less. They like more. So that's where we get shrinkflation. That's where we get elevated prices. That's where we get price gouging. That's where we get prices remaining high when raw materials have gone lower. That's the scam. Not that Ken Griffin would say that, but.
And access to the longer-term borrowing market, which is far more balance sheet constrained. That's what's going to happen here. And there's no doubt, like, the federal government can readily end this trade. And they may just choose to do so. And they'll do so at the expense of the American taxpayer to the tunes of tens of billions of dollars of interest costs. And they'll do this at the expense of American companies and raise the cost of capital for corporate America. I mean, they will probably do this.
Kenny said at the end of the day, the average American investor will lose, and this will be a major disadvantage. Not mentioning that little guy is not trading. Remember, this is an arbitrage trade. Me and you, we cannot do arbitrage trade. We cannot simply try to utilize the gap between the cash value
Why not?
and the futures value of the treasury price.
Yeah, you can.
Opening close. This is very, very important. So saying or
what are you talking about?
that, literally individual guys, me and you or the average American investor will be losing and will be costing him much more, money to trade these particular options or availabilities as tools on the derivatives market. It's simply surreal. Not to mention that even if you really want to take advantage in some way, edge
Phil.
or particular angle, trying to profit through the arbitrage, you still cannot do it directly. You have to go through the investment banks or you have to go to the wealth management. And this is what Kenya actually pushed earlier, something that I shared in the video yesterday. He said, individual investors should not be handily picking stocks one by one. They should go through, wealth management, investment banks, somebody else, probably
he said that
sophisticated than them to manage the funds for them. Again, this is same exact direction and trying to
Why would somebody who operates a market making firm say that? He makes money when people buy stock or sell stock for that matter. But what in the world? Okay, whatever.
If you really want to take advantage of this, you gotta go to the smart money. And it's not only that will make the trade much more expensive. I agree on this point with Ken Griffin. It will make it expensive, but it will make it expensive for the hedge funds, and it will make it much harder for them to make profits, because if you have to provide a very, very small collateral. If you had to risk a very small amount to provide, or at least to mitigate the risk with a small margin on the side, now the room.
I don't know what any of this has to do with AMC though.
Considering that this particular red flag and proposition is coming from the Federal Reserve, right? This is not coming from Gary Gensler. This is coming from the Federal Reserve. So this means that this most likely will happen. And you heard Kenny. Kenny said, most likely they're going to do it. Most likely they're going to ruin the whole, arbitrage.
Do what?
And it looks like he gave up on this fight. It looks like that he already knows that it is going to happen, because it is coming from the Federal Reserve. It's not coming from the SEC or FINRA. And we all know that obviously if you really want something to change on the market, it has to come from the Federal Reserve. Obviously.
Oh, it does? It does. What? What did he just say?
Change on the market, it has to come from the Federal Reserve. Obviously, no one can question the Federal Reserve. It's not like they can sue the Federal Reserve, right?
Hello? I mean, do we need to look at this chart? Do we need to look at this chart right here? Scaling fixed. Get rid of this volume. Do we need to look at this chart? Particularly, I'm looking at this part of the chart right here. Why did that happen then? If we don't question or fight the Federal Reserve. Why did that happen? Why did the 10-year yield collapse by more than 1% at a time when the Fed was saying, we're going to keep rates higher for longer. We're going to keep rates higher for longer. Interesting. Right here's the Silicon Valley Bank collapse. It's collapsed. Hit this low. Came back up. Reluctantly. Sort of. Short covering. And the market, well, particularly the tech stocks, orange. Fuck you. None of the colors stand out good. Yellow. Hues in yellow. Oh, thank God for that Silicon Valley Bank collapse, right? My God. I mean, Qs are up 45% from there. Boy, if Silicon Valley Bank hadn't collapsed, we'd be looking like shit right now, wouldn't we? All right.
You can't kill Michael Myers! It's impossible!
This is what happens when you work to change things.
Futures are flat.
What do you fucking want from me? Get off my dick!
You know, if you don't understand the situation, it's better sometimes not.
That's all there is.
Just be proven.
That's all there is.
Complete imbecile in the matter. Okay, so.
Yep. Well said, Tone.
Man, fuck you. I think you a bitch.
Also, I'll leave you with this image. This is pretty cool.
Is that what you're saying?
They got new conceptual drawings of the lit exchange. Lit exchange right here.
They think you're crazy, then they fight you.
Pretty cool.
I don't know. I don't really think that's the case.
And then all of a sudden you change the world.
Good night. See ya.